What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Masculine Mondays.
Wait.
Head to unmute. How's it going, man? How you doing?
It's like we're all unmuting now to figure out this damn thing works with EV Mux.
There's no hotkey like on StreamYard. I can just hit Control D and it turns it off. I was looking for that.
Yeah, good old EV Mux. We love it here. But thank you, everyone, for joining. It is a long time coming for my first stream here at the Plot Strikes Back. And I'm excited to really get into this concept that I've been kicking around for months now. I have a video coming out soon. I need to finish editing it and then creating a thumbnail for it as well. But it is trying to encapsulate masculinity in cinema, why it's important. And obviously, this is why I wanted to do this stream where we talk about the importance of masculinity in cinema, and we break down what makes male characters powerful, not just in the good old muscle, but in leadership, sacrifice, and brotherhood, of course. So, and it's ironic because before Val Kilmer passed away, I wanted to do Tombstone first, and then for a few people that I was kicking around this idea with, you guys could vouch for me here. But the other reasons why I think Tombstone is a great starting point is because we just lost someone.
We've had enough of Blue. The hell with him.
All right, bye, Blue. You're my boy, but we'll see you in a little bit. He's back. Just kidding. Because of Tombstone.
What's that resolution?
It has Western grit. It's all about the Earp Brotherhood being tested. It has violence with consequences in it. And obviously, it's a story about men trying to leave violence behind, but they're forced to stand up when no one will. And if I would have to give a one-liner to why Tombstone is important here, I would say the masculinity in Tombstone is about honor. It's about loyalty and doing what's necessary, even when it costs you everything. So I think one thing we could talk about, and maybe people in the chat in our panel here can say, who embodies masculinity the most? Is it Wyatt Earp? Is it Doc Holliday? Is it Johnny Ringo? Is it Curly Bill? You know, we could maybe throw a poll up there and decipher as we talk on the way. But introducing my lovely panel here, Goodwin.
Yes.
How are you, bud?
Oh, I'm happy to be here. This is we've been talking about this show for a while.
Yep.
And I'm glad to see it launch. So let's get into it.
Hell yeah. Syfax, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just ready to talk some Tombstone. It gave me a good reason to rewatch it. I keep seeing it on like Hulu and Prime whenever I'm going by it. I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to do 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's a great movie. And then you hit me up about this, and I was like, perfect. I got a reason to rewatch it. Hell yeah. So
Hell yeah.
excited to talk about it.
Awesome. Blue, how you doing, man?
As I said backstage, and I constantly on my channel, being a father has its ups and downs, but the positive is yesterday I'm like, hey, buddy, my buddy Nick wants to watch Tombstone. We haven't watched for a couple of years, and I'm lifting weights, and he's watching it, and I'm going to bed, wake up. How was Tombstone? Dad, I fucking loved it. I love when a 17-year-old sees like these films way outside he's born in 2005, so it's or 2007, and like this film came out way before his lifetime, and he had such a great time watching it.
I think that's actually peak viewing for this movie. You should be lifting weights while you watch Tombstone.
Goddamn right.
Right?
Absolutely.
You're just not manly until you're lifting
weights and taking shots of whiskey. Just why not mix it up? You know?
I got
with a big old stogie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I would say if you can grow a mustache, then that too.
Well,
I understand not everyone can. Yeah, that's okay. You can.
I mean, you may actively grow one while watching this. Just you'll be done, and all of a sudden you've got a fantastic mustache.
Well, it's amazing. Yesterday morning
Exactly.
I was clean shaven. This was after just one day. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I shaved last week, and look what happened. I just watched Tombstone once, and I got a full beard.
I mean,
just kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, I'm not a man. Nick, what you grew would take me a good decade. Like,
yeah, I don't know how long I've been growing my beard for. I mean, could probably go back a month.
That'd take me like 2 months, but yeah.
Yeah, it's about. I mean, it's a solid like maybe almost 2 inches long down here at the underbarrel. But,
2 inches, huh?
God,
Nick is rocking a solid 2-incher right there. Man.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's usually me very excited.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's full master on here, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My.
Yeah. Cindy, how are you, my dear?
I am fantastic. Just got off of Leon's stream. It was a fun time.
Wow, that guy.
Yeah. I
What a
got
guy.
admin privileges on StreamYard, so I took advantage of it and started saying things under his name.
Oh
Excellent.
God.
Yeah.
Lovely. You
Yeah.
get to see what
Watch replay.
hilarity he says in the
Yes.
future.
Please do.
I.e. Cindy.
I told him today, or I wrote in chat today that he likes to lick toes.
Oh, so he's beaten Kaida out. Okay.
Yeah.
As the feet king.
Kata likes to watch while
Yes.
Leon licks the toes.
How do we type in chat anyway? I'm trying to figure this the fuck out.
You have to do it separately. You can't do it from here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was giving admin privileges, I could type. I didn't know my name wasn't going to show up, so it was a pleasant surprise.
Hey, some fat guy entered.
Oh, right. You know, he
We can hear you, Sammy.
he almost died today. Okay.
Oh, really?
What?
He did. He did. He almost did, but he didn't. And I'm glad he's here with us today to talk
Sammy!
about.
I'm also glad I didn't die today. But
Oh,
Yes.
your mic is very low.
It's not you, Sammy. It's EV Mux.
It
No,
is.
it's
Blame them.
Sammy. Sammy always has problems with his mic when he first
I don't
comes.
know what problems with my mic. I'm even months.
The hilarious thing,
that's
the
loud.
hilarious thing is he can actually be like peaking and blowing out and still be quiet because
Peaking
he'll have
and
the
blowing.
volume set differently. Than
It's always on EV Mux.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, now what am I doing? Am I blowing
Oh
out?
yeah,
or-
you're blowing out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Sammy, you were great at blowing. Wow.
But
Sammy's
not
just
all that
blowing out.
loud.
We've got quite the people in the chat, so I want to say what's up to them. Jacob,
There we go.
Jacob, my guy. Salute. You're
Oh, I
a
love
daisy
that.
if you do. Absolutely. We'll all be y'all's huckleberries tonight.
You're no Daisy.
Woo!
You're no Daisy at
You're
all.
no daisy.
Sammy, you're still blowing out.
Dax.
God damn it.
Hail Vital Idol Raiders. Thank you so much. Leon, you're my boy. Appreciate it. What else we got? We got Leon in the chat.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
nice.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah. Ramnad, what's up, my guy?
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be a proper Cine stream if Stalker Supreme was not here.
Man.
That is cool. Nick, the
Paul
way it just
Byersmith.
comes like this, don't and comes out.
Oof.
That's very nice.
Oh, I guess if it's a pre-ream trade, does that mean that Leon came
Pre-ream.
early?
Wait a minute.
Pre-stream raid? Did he come
Pre-stream.
Yes.
early?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. I didn't realize I was muted.
That's okay.
Leon comes precisely when he means.
Oh. Cat in the house. Dang, Jacob beat me to it. What's up, Cinefish? Good to see you here in the chat.
Supreme and Fish are wonderful.
Look at
Oh,
that kitty.
LMA. Meowdy.
Meowdy.
Meowdy. What else we got here? We're
Oh,
on
it's your
We're
first
in.
show.
Word,
You
what's
already
up,
got
dude?
a meowdy. Wow.
Howdy, meowdy.
Wow.
Boosh. Yeah, you know, it's tough to see what favorite westerns we all have because there's like so many of them out there, right?
I mean, damn.
This is definitely the first of many to be discussed on here because
This is a good starter western.
Oh,
It
for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Noxa, what's up, my guy? Blair,
Blair to
what's
Blair.
up, Blair? Blair will be on here perhaps next week. Perhaps next week.
Him and his beard.
Oh, I'm sad I won't be here.
Exactly. Oh no, Molly. So glad you could join us. Good to see you here. Second favorite after Magnificent Seven. That's a good movie.
Really?
That's a good movie.
Yes, it is.
Kovacs.
No, I know Magnificent Seven. I was thinking that's the second because like my number one Western would be Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yes.
What is it?
Ooh.
The Outlaw
Josie
Josie
Wales.
Wales.
I have to write that down. I've never heard of it.
I think
Clint
mine
Eastwood.
is either like Hang 'em High or High Plains Drifter.
Okay, a little bit higher there, Sammy. You had it perfectly for a second.
Hold on. You know what it needs to be done is this.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Teague, what's up, my guy?
Yeah.
High Plains Drifter is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Waylon.
Hmm.
Good to see you here, bud.
Yeah. High Plains Drifter is like the really edgy High Noon.
Pouty.
You know, a good one. Just let me have something. Okay.
I'm just saying it is.
I know Tombstone's pretty high on my list. That and like Unforgiven. Yeah.
Unforgiven is great.
Unforgiven's good.
I mean,
I don't think I've seen that.
I think for me, peak is definitely Three Amigos.
I mean, that's true. We're talking big money, amigo
yeah.
money.
Exactly. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of other westerns I definitely want to cover.
Hateful Eight was
310
fun.
to Yuma. Is
I
a
was
great
going to say
one.
310 to Yuma definitely. I know people like the original more than the remake, but
I like them both for different reasons.
I was going to say
Yeah.
I like the remake though. You
And I'm
know?
sure Goodwin will watch I liked the newer True Grit. I thought was well done. I liked it. Oh.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think
Looking Dead.
True
Wow.
Grit always was kind of a for me because the better movie with that character is Rooster Cogburn.
Yeah.
Which also got a sequel.
The Great Silence is a top-notch Western. It's been a while since I've seen that, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last time I saw that.
Yeah.
Guys,
one of the Back to the Futures. No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, that whole
you can
trilogy is
almost count
fantastic.
You know, it's definitely one thing, Nick, since I've started a YouTube channel talking to guys like Emperor Goodwood about, you know, objective versus subjective. And sometimes your favorite's not the best. And I could say Tombstone might be my favorite. I understand it's not the best, but out of every Western I'm looking at right now, it's probably the most I've watched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first Western I ever owned.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I had I think I have Tombstone on VHS still somewhere.
I have Wyatt Earp on VHS.
Wow.
It's one of the most rewatchable too. Like, I mean,
That's
you got to be in the
interesting.
mood for some of the older ones. Yeah.
Also, you were
Yeah.
giving me shit earlier. Blue collar, no one denies that it might be difficult for you to talk to guys.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like Tombstone is pretty timeless.
I talk to guys all the time.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. Drunker I get too.
It's
He
all
didn't
pink
realize
in the
they were
middle,
guys when he first started talking to them, but
But enough vodka it don't matter.
It might be the light in your eye, the Adam's apple, but I'm into it.
Oh. My Canadian brother, Zax, how are you?
Hey, Zach.
I can see the
I wear tank
shoulders from
top.
here.
He had his,
I saw those shoulders up close last week.
Yeah,
I know.
Ooh.
It is Circle Jerk
Did you
100.
did you rub them?
Thank you, sir.
No, I was afraid of the violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I'll definitely have to
Didn't bring his climbing gear to.
Yeah.
wear the tank top.
He,
For sure.
he is much taller than I am.
Yeah, Zach looks
Actually,
like
I
he's
saw
6'1".
the most amazing thing I saw in Vegas last week is I saw Cannoli Sasquatch sneak up on someone.
Jesus.
How?
We're definitely talking about romance in this.
Exactly.
Because he has
Absolutely,
kids.
Raylan.
Look, I'm 6'5", 200 pounds, and I can move around the house absolutely silent because I had kids and I need to see what the hell they were doing without them knowing I was doing it.
Yeah.
You learn how to sneak.
Yep.
The ninja step.
Yep.
You know, one thing
Ninja
I
regardless of the
could tell you,
size.
Nick, to go in everybody, like Northern English Bastard on Friday, we watched a very older film, Fistful of Dollars, classic, and it's been a long
Yeah.
time since I watched it. And I made the joke saying, you know what, Clint, people talk about people of a certain generation, right? Clint Eastwood in that film is like right now 15 years younger than me, and he looks like he could be my dad.
Yeah, he was born old. He was born old. There are just some people that are born old, right?
Yeah,
You know,
I'm like,
you look at a class pictures like, why is there a 40-year-old in there with them?
I was
That's,
like, I was like
He's
seeing
supposed to be
Sam
14.
Elliott.
Looks like he's 40.
Seeing Sam Elliott in this, like he still looks the same age today.
I think
That guy
that's-
he's just been like 54 for the last 40
Yeah.
years.
I mean,
yeah, like in Mask, he still looks like 54, right? He's got the free Mustache Rides T-shirt on, and he still
Yeah.
looks that way.
Sam
Yeah,
Elliott,
the youngest he ever looked was in Roadhouse.
again, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That's
still
just
more
because he had a
They're
ponytail.
still like early 50s. Like,
Yeah,
I could have swore I saw some Sam Elliott baby pictures where he was in the fucking the nursing area. He still had a mustache. Like,
yeah.
No, his first word was ram.
No, it's beef. It's what's for dinner.
Sammy did that disturbingly well.
you ever drove an F-150?
Yeah, but something about westerns, boy, it's hard living, as it should be though. I mean, guys, the thing is, you shouldn't have pretty looking Hollywood type people being westerns. The point is, it's that the era you're living in. These guys should look like Clint Eastwood and Sam Elliott.
Well,
I
I
got
mean,
a huge
Val Kilmer is
argument-
awfully pretty though.
with my
Well,
buddy
not
about
this- wow.
Jonah Hex. When I was like, hey, there's no hooker in the Wild West who looks like what's her face?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Yeah, well, like
Yeah.
they're like, no, dude, like, you know, they had makeup and stuff. I was like, no.
Not like
This guy's
that.
been riding on a horse for
Not
3
like that.
days in leather pants in a wool shirt.
Yeah.
There's no hooker that looks like Megan Fox. I'm just
Woo!
Damn, Nick, hold on. Jesus.
So
Bringing
I
out
don't know
the
if you could
guns.
see it, but like I was at the beach this
Oh my
weekend.
God.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
I
got a little
burnt.
burned.
Yeah, but it's like in the
beach
weirdest
is over
spots
there.
because of don't ever use mineral fucking sunscreen, y'all. Like because
it's bullshit.
It's bullshit to rub in, and like it's like no, I definitely got it everywhere. No, because like it's like the most random fucking points of like burn marks. It's just like it makes no sense.
No,
I
it's
swear.
like that hippie toothpaste. It was like it's the only toothpaste you can use and still get cavities. Like just fucking use Colgate and call it a day.
Nick's just over there like, yeah, I got some right here, got some over there.
Over on this shelf here, let me tell you, brother, when these pythons get on you.
I got like a sunburn, like the back of my tricep right here. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's just right there. Let me.
Hold on. It's like right here, guys.
Yeah, let me see.
My name's Nick, and I know where all my muscles are.
Sam is like, I can flex fat. Come on.
Bitch, come on now.
But no, totally seeing what you said. But even Val Kilmer, because they give him the tuberculosis, so he definitely looked more pale and more sickly than normal.
Well, he could have been a sparkly vampire. You don't know.
He was
kind of yeah.
That's true.
Wait, show again? Didn't see it the first time. Which one?
Oh God.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through the whole anatomy lesson again. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nadia. The beach is over there.
Yeah.
Is that a good horseshoe? And you can see it got burned like
Oh yeah.
right here.
Well, wait, no. You got to zoom in. You gotta let us see.
Yeah.
So I need a producer. I need someone to assist me here. Leon, where the fuck are you?
I'll help you. Give me
Just
your
kidding.
privileges. I know
your
you'd be much
agent.
better.
What are you talking about?
I'll have to do it next time. Yes.
Sin swears she won't make you like toes in the chat, right?
No, that would
Yeah,
never
yeah,
happen.
Yeah, Kato
No,
wants
no,
to see your
no.
feet.
This is going to be something
Listen,
different.
I don't know if we can do a feet cam. That's
Yeah,
me like
well,
putting
Yeah.
Kato
too,
wants
too
to see
far.
Yeah.
You're not-
Flex
Is
your
that you
arms.
putting your foot down?
I'm sorry, but you're not gonna be on New Bike Street.
I might step on him. I don't know. You know, like he's kind of short. Like,
I thought Nadia's mentioned that she's
Yeah,
never
Kate
seen
is
Tombstone
real short.
before.
oh no,
Katie-
the flex.
Kate is
Yeah.
a tripping hazard. It looked like from some of those pictures. It's,
Especially for you.
yes.
What's up, dude? Yeah, this is Westerns.
I don't want to speak out
Yeah,
of turn.
it's the Western
but
show.
He
Just
was
kidding.
in a tree making cookies.
It's westerns if it was set in Venice Beach. You know?
It's the West Coast of the United States,
I'm
not
also
Western.
doing curls. All right. Let's see.
No,
yeah,
well,
yeah, me too.
This fucking whiskey bottle. Christ.
Yeah, you
I
should get
know
my
this
is a
12
Sega
ounce curls on the
Genesis
weekend.
controller
You
way.
know?
Yeah, as long as I can pick up 12 ounces, I'm good.
Fucking good. Dumbbell
Cybex and I
curls.
talked about this. We should have done this.
You need
I
weight.
kind of wanted to shave my handlebar mustache like out. I could have totally done it, but
You should have.
I didn't do it.
Your first
I-
stream, dude.
Yeah, I failed. I failed you all. I'm so sorry.
Oh, when I shaved my beard, it's been like
Next
15
time.
years ago. I was screwing around because my brother and sister-in-law were visiting, and so I came out and I had a mustache that went like from ear to ear. It was just straight across because I just like shaved it, whatever.
That.
Yeah, and so they took a picture and sent it to one of my cousins, and she's like, "What in the hell is going on with you?" So then I shaved it.
Epic.
Yeah, so then I shaved it, so I was like an Austrian man, and came out and had some choice words to say, and then that was the end of that.
He's like Freeze. He's going through different forms.
Yeah.
What's up, Rio? Thanks for
There you
coming, man.
Yo, Rio.
Okay, so to actually start talking about Tombstone now.
Oh, really? Okay.
We're going to talk about Tombstone now. Well, we're going to talk about the masculine themes and the archetypes, which I think are just embodied by all of our main characters here, right? So let's start off with Wyatt Earp. To me, I think he's more of this reluctant and stoic leader. I think he tries to have control, maintain some sort of peace, and he has like this duty because obviously like he's like, I'm retired, right? But he also feels like he has to have this sort of responsibility, like where he doesn't want to fight, but at the same time, like when he or his family or his friends get threatened with violence, it's like, all right, now I got to step up and, because no one else will. I don't think no one else will do as good as of a job than he will.
Well,
Because
they
we can
allude
see
to
that happen in the movie, like with Fred, right? Well, not to jump like into that part, but he's the one who knocks out Curly Bill in the back of the head after he kills and shoots Fred. So, what do you guys think of Wyatt?
The biggest thing that I take away from Wyatt is loyalty.
Yeah.
is, and that's you see that. And I hate to jump ahead with like Doc Holliday, where he's like, I got tons of friends, and Doc Holliday's like, I don't.
Yep.
Like Wyatt Earp is the middle brother, but you would assume that he's the oldest brother from the way that he acts and what he does and how he tries to do right by his family. Everything he's trying to do is he's looking for paradise with his brothers because he did his time in Kansas City.
He was not loyal to his wife.
Yeah, I was no, I was about to say Maddie would like a word with you on that whole loyalty thing.
Well, Maddie was a drug addict, so
and still his wife.
Damn opium.
very true.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Wyatt is especially this movie. I know what they're trying to achieve. They actually undermine the character a bit, but the idea is that he's done his time, and he kind of he wants to be a bit selfish, right? He wants within like family unit. He doesn't want to have the responsibility of being a sheriff, a marshal or something like that, and just wants to pursue, business and wealth and all that stuff. There's the line about the, I never met a rich man that, wasn't guilt-ridden or whatever. He's like, yeah, I already got the guilt.
Right.
Be
nice to have the money. Right.
Yep.
But yeah, he's avoiding confrontation, at times, mostly because he doesn't want to commit and then endanger that pursuit that he's trying to do. But he's not afraid to use it, like very early on when he goes in and slaps the hell out of the guy and is like, yeah, you now have a quarter of the Pharaoh table, right?
20s. That's
Right.
That's early Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Yeah. No,
20
that's one of my favorite lines. He was like, I'm not scared. He was like, you bet your shit you're scared.
I can see it in your eyes. It's at the 20-minute mark and 30 seconds. Yeah. And like, just he slaps them, and especially being slapped 3 times. Like, people tend to forget how much an open-handed slap fucking hurts, man.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's an unmanning kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's emasculating.
Yeah, but when he first comes up and he's like, well, you talk pretty big one, go, don't go healed, and he's like, I don't have to go healed for the likes of you.
Yeah.
Right.
My favorite, one of my favorite lines in the entire movie is when Billy Bob Thornton's threatening everyone. Who's like, I feel like I'm playing poker with my sister's kids.
Yeah. Now, God damn it, get that stuff out my face.
Plus, too, I mean, people know this, and Goodwin's been his fair share of fights with his training, but like the scene with Kurt Russell and Billy Bob, what he does is right here, he looks directly at fucking Adam. His eyes never leave Billy Bob's. Like, I'm looking right fucking at you, son. And that's the scariest thing. Like, whenever somebody's like hesitant or this like that, he's right there. Like, okay, boy, draw fucking right now, and just staring.
Well, and that's why he tells him, he's like, I'm tired of your gas, right? Because it's you're trying to talk yourself into the fight. Get to fighting. Right, either do it or don't. Either shut the hell up or get to it.
Smoke that,
skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Wait! I got you guys. I got you guys covered. Hold on one second. Hold on.
And this film has some great one-liners too, man.
Oh yes.
The amount of one-liners.
It's like every 5 minutes there's a new one-liner.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm tired of your gas. Jerk that pistol and go to work.
All right, here we go.
Are you gonna do anything? But
I'm getting awful tired of your snoring. I'm getting tired of your gas. Now jerk that pistol and go to work. I said throw down, boy.
Oh, there it is.
Jerk that pistol.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I love he just looks at him for a while. He's like, no, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Blue Collar has it right. Like his eyes, like
especially Kurt Russell's eyes.
Yeah, no, but
they're so serious.
They're piercing the whole time.
And then the scene almost
times where he looks into the camera, and I'm like, oh shit.
The scene almost right after that, pretty much right after that, when they leave the Pharaoh or whatever, and like they all gather, and he's
outside,
Billy Bob's he's about to come up with the shotgun, and he just hears his name, and it's enough to be like, he never introduced.
Well, Johnny Tyler, Madcap.
I forgot you were there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He just
the bar. He's like, "Are you going to do?"
They just fucking ignore him.
Stand there and bleed.
Yeah.
And like as a man, like if someone came to blows and I stood there and do nothing to the point where I'm bleeding in public, like that's an intimidating guy.
Yeah, fat Bob Thornton.
Because like you're gonna hit me once and I'm gonna react.
Wait,
but I think
Billy Bob Thornton is the fat kid that he's like, Oh my gosh, I didn't
Yeah, that's
recognize
Billy
him.
Bob
He's the one
Thornton.
that gets kicked
Is
off the table. at the
Chubby
beginning.
Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
Oh my
Something on
gosh.
your mind?
Yeah. Now the thing is that the understand, when he comes in, he's like, what, when he's first talking to the
Yeah, he
bartender,
thinks he's king shit.
and well, he asks, like, what's going on here? Why I mean, you got a nice place and all that, and then he's pointing out this guy just
Like,
come in,
this
scared off all the
dipshit.
good customers.
Yeah.
Set it down.
But you can tell just coming up that Billy Bob Thornton is a loudmouth bully, right?
Yep.
Bet we've all known those.
Yeah, Wyatt ain't. Right.
Yeah.
He is an actual dangerous man. And
Yeah.
and just is very matter of fact, with the you're sitting in my seat.
It's Masculinity Monday. Let's not. I believe the term is "fuck or walk." Okay,
Yeah.
like he walks up there and he goes, "I think you're in my seat," and the guy's like, "Something on your mind?" It was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I bet it is."
Oh, there is.
motherfucker."
Yeah.
I don't think you
Is that a fact?
know
That's a fact.
what I
Yeah.
know. The fact is, I know that you're in my seat.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
and it's really a step up or step off situation, right?
100%. That was an exchange of dominance, and like I said, the best line in that whole exchange was like, "Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to stand there and bleed?"
And
Are
he
you-
decided, that bleeding is sounding like a compelling thing to do right now, given the alternatives.
On a small tangent, because a good one, I'm not sure the rest of you guys how much you're gamers, but people, for me, like, they give certain people give the new God of War franchise some shit because Kratos, they feel like Kratos is watered down, he's weak in version. Doc Holliday has Wyatt Earp has the same thing where he's older, he's been there, done that, he's seen, we don't know at this point how much death and destruction this man has seen. He wants to put it past him, but don't think for a second that when push comes to shove, Wyatt's still not just as deadly as he always was. And I like to do with Kratos. Don't think for Kratos can't still fucking rip you in half. He can, but I love the
Absolutely.
trope where it's like, listen, I've had them days, I'm retired, but also don't think for a second that I can't still fucking kill you within half a second, son.
Yeah, and
I mean, just the scene with the cup, that
with
Doc
Doc.
Holliday does, is 100% masculinity, where
Oh yeah.
you have a guy
Yeah,
being all
absolutely.
flashy. And
I
then
don't
all of a
consider you a threat.
Yeah.
I'll just play with this cup and mock
can't
you and
wait.
go ahead.
I can't. I'll hold my tongue. I cannot wait until we get into Doc Holliday.
Yeah, but I think the other thing about Wyatt is that it like a lot of men, just because you don't like a thing doesn't mean you're not good at it,
Right.
right? And
very true.
And he's like, look, I'm not looking for trouble, but trust me, if trouble comes and knocking on my door, it's not going to be happy.
Plus, something I would admit, everybody here is definitely not teenagers, and having a teenager myself, I do think that in most films and fiction, that with age comes wisdom, and most hardened veterans or battle warriors, the older you get, the more it's like you can still fuck shit up, but usually it's a young man's game to jump into something. Why it's like he's picking and choosing, like he's not just walking in and just swinging his dick around. He can fuck you up, but like he's hesitant to do it unless he has to, and that comes with a lifetime of just experience.
Yeah, well, the other thing is that he makes clear that he only killed one person in Dodge City. Right?
Yeah, he's hesitant to draw his gun at first at the beginning of the movie because he knows what it's like to kill. But like he was only killed the one guy, though. You learn later on,
right?
And, I mean, he has such a reputation behind him. Yeah, he has such a reputation behind him. Like probably is like an awesome gunslinger. They probably had tournaments and whatever, but he's only killed the one person.
Well, and I think more importantly, his job is not to be gunfighter, right? When his job was to be lawman, which meant enforce laws. And if I don't have to kill somebody, excellent, right? Which is why he gets real good at pistol whipping people, and demonstrates it several times in this movie. Including taking a man's own gun and hitting him over the head with it.
And even back when I was a teenager, when this came out, I always felt that because people would say some people like to prefer Val Kilmer and Doc. Like, and you guys know what Doc is definitely faster, but Wyatt is definitely better. He's not as quick, but like I think he's overall better gunsman than Doc. Doc is great on a quick draw, but Wyatt can handle. He's got a better arsenal of like what he can do. He's not just like Doc's good at one thing versus Wyatt can do everything.
Well, there's a reason that Doc follows Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So One of the things that I love about the character of Doc Holliday in this movie, and something that they do very well, is you don't understand the depths of Doc Holliday, and Val Kilmer plays him masterfully. But one of the things that you don't understand, he's the smartest guy in the room, in any room, and he still follows Wyatt Earp.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like that should say something to you.
Well, it's also the fact that if you look, everyone is afraid of Doc. Like every guy is terrified of him, and he still defers to Wyatt.
Yeah, 100%. And like in even all in another theme about Wyatt Earp that you'll see in this movie, even though, like you said, you kind of called me out there about his wife, is restraint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that Doc sees why
I only
and
take
he's
it
not.
out for B-sides.
Oh yeah, baby. The thing is that as a Doc's not a big fan of the law in general and lawmen in particular, but
well, he introduced him to the sheriff, and he's like, "Piss on you, Wyatt."
Yeah, and he's like, "Pardon me if I don't shake hands." But the thing is that there's a respect for Wyatt. One, because Wyatt isn't one of those loudmouth, let me just roust everybody and do that. Right? It's the I'm going to do the things that are necessary. I'm not going to be officious or throw my power around or things like that. But by God, I'm actually going to solve this shit if I need to.
Well, what I was getting at is a thing about Wyatt Earp in this movie is restraint. So every time he goes in, they're like, "Hey, can I pour you a whiskey?" He's like, "No, black coffee." This, and then you have Doc Holliday like, "Wyatt, you sir are an oak."
Yeah,
he is 100%. He's restraining himself because and granted, it's the dumbest scene in the movie where he goes, "No."
Yeah,
I know.
That is, although it is, it's by far the most important part of the movie, because that's when Wyatt decides to let go, and that is
the remake. Zach's, yeah.
Oh Christ! Don't give my ideas. They will.
Pedro Pascal will be Big Nose Kate.
What's up, Sarge? Yeah. So is Pedro going to be the new Wyatt Earp, or is he going to?
No, that'll be
Wait,
Timothy Chalamet.
Are they actually remaking it?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
We'll
Give it time, but still.
Yeah, that would be terrible. I think we'd all have a heart attack if that actually happened.
Is it fair to say that Tombstone, by all accounts, definitely is an ensemble film, but is Wyatt the main character in this movie? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So let's jump into his loyal friend, Mr. Doc Holliday. I think we can all agree that his best trait is loyalty. But watching this film again, it's like he has so much chaos that it orbits him the entire time, and it's obviously like just self-inflicted because he just drinks, but he also knows like he's kind of dying as well from TB. But it's like he doesn't care, right? Yeah, it's like he was up for like 48 hours straight. I think it was, or something along those
36,
lines.
yeah.
36, yeah. So it's like he's up.
I will not be part of that. Thank you very much.
The guy's a freaking powerhouse party animal who's just drinking, playing the piano, playing poker, and
he's making
trying
the most
to,
of his life.
He's
in
my
the
spirit
last
animal.
minutes.
Well, I mean, there's a fatalism to Doc.
My Aussie brother.
Oh yeah, Niet. But that fatalism is, I mean, he embraces basically like, okay, safeties are off, right? All the filters go away.
Right.
I'm just gonna do a wild ride all the way to the end. Now he does have a moment where he when the doctor consults with him and you need to suppress your marital urges, and so he tries to renegotiate his deal with Big Nose Kate, and she ain't having it. He's like, then again, you may be the devil.
Doc owns the one-liners in this movie.
He really does.
Yeah,
Yeah, you love to see it. And obviously, like the one thing that I love about Doc Holliday, his way of handling everything. It's like he like, I think the way he represents masculinity in this movie, it's like, again, he tries to walk this fine line between chaos and like discipline, because he will be disciplinary when it pertains to like what Wyatt is going to do, right? Aside from like the shootout scene that happens, it's like Wyatt's like, ah, shit, because you know he winks at what's his face,
Ike's brother.
Ike's brother, yeah.
You know what? I disagree with you.
Really? Okay, go for it.
Dare you?
No,
That's fine.
no, but I also think that Doc Holliday is a great representation of masculinity.
Yeah.
I see a man
absolutely.
who already has a death sentence with nothing else to lose, so he's big dick swinging every single time. So like they what's his face masterfully played by the dude from one of the dudes from the Terminator series.
Michael Biehn.
Yeah, Michael Biehn.
Michael Biehn, yeah.
Biehn.
Ringo.
Yeah, Johnny Ringo.
Ringo.
Now I really hate him.
They have this exchange
Fucking love
in
that
the
scene.
bar where
It's at 35 minutes.
okay,
Where it starts.
When they're speaking Latin and everything.
The timestamp.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
John Madden.
Now I really hate him.
No, yeah, no. Oh, yes, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Where he realizes that this guy's an educated man. He also realizes that he's a faster gunsmith than he is. But you know what? It doesn't matter because this guy has something to lose. And this guy,
He reminds me of somebody. Me.
I don't know, man. He was pretty quick with that tin cup. I don't know.
Yeah, that Tin Cup
I'm
show
saying
was
the
neat.
Tin Cup is the big dick swinging. So this guy thought he was the big dick in the room, and then all of a sudden he emasculated him with a little tin cup.
Well, it's not just that. He also mocked him by doing that.
Yeah, that's the emasculating part, right? That I'm not taking you
Best part is-
seriously.
Exactly.
He
Oh,
actually
okay. Yeah, I
holsters the
misunderstood.
cup too.
Yeah, he holsters the cup.
Holsters
I
the
got
cup.
it.
Yeah.
There's a dominance. There's
You
a
wanna see the
dominance
clip?
exchange
I
that
got
it.
goes on where you're in, oh, you thought this was all flashy. I'm
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
and if you watch his movements, they're
He's mimicking
simpler.
exactly what he was doing.
He,
Oh,
he
100%.
mimics exactly what he's doing, but he's more refined in what he's doing. Like
Yeah.
there's a touch of class.
Yeah, so
on what
here's-
he's doing.
Yeah.
here's Johnny Ringo doing it, right?
Look at that.
It's the
And good on Michael Biehn because that was there's no stunt
it's the
double.
mustache.
No CGI. That's Michael Biehn doing that shit, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
No,
insane.
that is Michael Biehn doing that shit.
Fucking
But I'm
right, man.
saying when Val Kilmer does that with the cup, not
Right.
only is he mimicking what he's doing, there's also I don't know how there's a touch of elegance on what
Yeah.
he's doing where he was like, "Oh, I'm doing this with a tin
He almost
cup,
puts a little
but
flair.
I'm doing
into
it a little bit better than you're doing it."
Yeah.
yep.
He puts like a little flair into it or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And plus,
I-
he sorry, Jay, he is definitely peacefully also diffusing the situation because Wyatt, remember, Wyatt's got the shotgun underneath the fucking
Yeah.
table ready to go, and Doc just turned down this whole situation with no bloodshed because they're there to be retired. They're not there to be lawmen.
Yeah, I think.
Johnny Ringo's ready to go. He's
Yeah.
out for
Oh,
Yeah,
blood
they're
right now.
spoiling for a fight and let's go. But I think part of it is Doc wouldn't want it to happen near Wyatt's Pharaoh table because that would affect Wyatt and pull him in and all that. But
Well,
I think the bigger thing about Doc is with the exception of his deference to Wyatt, he is masculinity without constraints. Right. He is the all of the masculine urges let loose, good and bad. Right.
Yes,
and
because he is nothing else.
yeah, I mean he's the uncontrolled, the unconstrained again with the exception of his deference to Wyatt.
Another thing too. It's like Goodwin. I'll know you appreciate this. It's like when the buff guy at the bar starts talking shit to the dude with the cauliflower ear.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Yeah, I know how this ends, and Muscle Boy is going to be on the floor wondering where his mom is to pick him up.
Yep. Oh, sorry about your V-neck T-shirt.
I always kind of felt like Doc really admired Wyatt's sense of justice.
He is, and there's a part that's unobtainable to him, but he
Yeah.
also knows that he's beyond that because he also knows that his time is limited, and he decided the route that he is going to go is debauchery.
Well, it's
Where,
not just
you know,
that. He
like-
also feels he doesn't deserve that spot, like to be able to be in a light of justice.
Well,
It's why he
he has that moment. He has that moment where he's talking to Wyatt at the house. Where he's like, my first cousin. Like, that's probably the only woman that I truly loved.
Yeah, she joined the convent over the affair. Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact is, he was willing to lay it all down on the line and tell someone that he truly trusted. He decided that the right way to go for him is, I got a death sentence. I'm going to go with debauchery. Just one of the best lines in the film is, like, leave the luggage. Like, after they rob the place, like, leave the luggage. We'll buy new shit. Like, or like, he's living on the edge because he's on the edge. He doesn't have a lot of time. And if you understand that about a character, and you understand a man with limited time like that is willing to stick around and back someone like Wyatt Earp, then you realize how big of a badass Wyatt Earp is, but you also realize, like, how badass Doc Holliday is, because like, hey, I might be dying, I might be living like this devil may cry life, but you know what? I'm always going to be there to back my friend.
Yep.
And that's the most masculine shit that there is.
Yeah, but I think that's also why we have the exchange about the, Doc, you ought to be some more. What are you doing out here? Why, it's my friend. And he's like, well, hell, I got a lot of friends. I don't. There's a reason. Doc is actually an unlikable person.
Yeah.
Almost everything that he does is any man would look at him and be like, this guy's a train wreck. Virgil's definitely not a fan of him. But the thing is that Wyatt is, and Doc recognizes that and wants to, like, live up to Wyatt's friendship, and that's really the only thing that's restraining.
It's your best friend with all the bad habits, but they always got your back.
Yeah.
100%.
He's the guy who's going to help you bury the body.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
the guy you call.
You kind of need those from time to time.
Yeah, but that's the one ennobling thing. Like for Doc is he sees Wyatt and he figures, well, he loathes himself in many ways, but he sees living up to how Wyatt sees him
Definitely correct.
is like the only path to nobility that he believes he has.
Right.
Well, but also that's not always how Doc Holliday was. So you have to assume that he's kind of like this tainted, like what did it say, like angels with dirty faces. Like he has a fall from grace. So he is this educated man. He is this like professional poker player. This guy who was quick on the draw, and then now all of a sudden he's a lunger.
Yeah,
well, no, actually, he was a dentist first. Then
we're going.
But the thing is that the way he's portrayed is you see him as. But even that story where he's telling Wyatt about the one person that he loved, he actually damaged their life.
Yeah.
Right, and that's him essentially saying I'm irredeemable, but Wyatt doesn't see him that way, and he wants to live up to the way that Wyatt sees him.
Well, another thing too, he's telling Wyatt to leave.
Well, at the end, he definitely does.
That was tough.
That's masculine in itself. Where you're going, I don't want you to see me in this fashion.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, if Waylon's right, though, the good thing about this film is some films do unnecessary too much backstory. Like, in terms of this film, we don't need that much explaining of who Doc is and where he came from.
There's no fat on Tombstone.
Well, and same to this
you get a bunch of their characterization, like just from them walking into town. Like their first scenes, you get like their first introduction to the characters. You basically kind of already know who they are, and it's like, okay, great. I want to see how this unfolds.
And that's what I said. Like, to the full panel, a lot of times we bitch about films and overstaying their welcome and long run times. That entire sequence between it's only a 4-minute scene, Sammy, and that's it. And in that 4 minutes, it feels so much longer, and there's so much you can unpack in just 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
Oh.
train sequence where they're all getting off?
Oh no, sorry. The scene between Doc and Ringo when they first
Oh,
walk in.
yeah,
Poker,
yeah, no,
it's only a 4-minute scene, and there's you can do a whole like hour breakdown in just that one 4-minute sequence.
What do you got for us, Nick?
So you mentioned jumping into how we understand the characters, right? So I think one of the things that obviously helps differentiate the types of masculinity in this movie has to do with the cowboys, right? So like even from the get go, like the murder at this Mexican wedding, it's just they completely massacre everyone. You know, even when Johnny Ringo just shoots the priest in the head, right? Like it's like there's zero fucks given. Like you can just tell the type of person that Johnny Ringo is, that like he doesn't care. There's this void that cannot be filled, cannot be replaced with anything except more blood. And even then, that's not good enough. So I think I'm curious to see what you guys think about this opening scene. But you know, I think
even at the beginning with Michael Rooker's character or whatever, you can see that he's kind of not cool with everybody at the very beginning. He's like, "Oh man, I don't really like all this." And so, you know, what happens with him later when he joins?
Night, Nadia. Thanks for
Take care,
stopping by.
Naughty.
See you, Neds.
Have a good night. Yeah, so I think
This is truly where you can see like toxic masculinity versus like actual masculinity.
Oh, 100%. I was going to say like you hear about like the priest calls them devils, right?
Mhm.
And like warns them of like retribution. So it's like it's this voice of or it's like this killing of a voice of morality, but it just shows like they have, you know, zero like moral standards, right? Like they have no code of ethics here.
That's not true. There's a reason they're here.
Well, that is true.
Y'all
Yeah,
killed
no.
2 cowboys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
there you go.
I stand corrected. Yes. So
But the way
Yeah, they
go
have
about
their
it-
own code
That's true.
and their own loyalty
Damn
and
right.
back each other up, right? And to the point that
to an
that-
extent until they actually want to become marshals.
Yeah, well, so you actually have like modern day like gang warfare going against like it doesn't stand up against like true masculinity because like they say, hey, this is what a man does. You know what? This is the opposite of what a man does.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, you know what? You confront somebody. You don't confront them here. The most unspeakable thing you can do is disrupt like a religious ceremony.
Especially a wedding.
The most unthinkable thing you can do
Yeah.
is shoot the priest in the head. You know what I mean?
Goddamn right, man.
well, they kept
So
talking
they-
about that sick horse, and
Yeah,
you know,
they-
what are you going to do?
No, but I'm saying they cross all those lines right away. So it's not. There's no question.
Right, but that's again the which morality you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about like the social morality of you know the civilization they're around, yeah, but they have their own code, their own morality. They're running it their way. And oh, by the way, they're strong, and they have been in charge, and normal authority and all that stuff has bent the knee to them.
Here,
Fucking Gord
they're
King?
not
What's up,
strong.
Gord?
They're violent and stupid. Okay, they're violent and stupid, and they have guns.
Vince Vaughn's
That's it.
ancestors.
Oh, sorry, Sammy, because of Gord King.
Right, but the thing is, they are willing to commit violence, and most people aren't. And if you look at the actual law in the town or whatever, they're scared to hell of those guys. Right.
I'm not arguing that. I'm talking about when we're talking about being masculine. This is not true masculinity. This is
Well, this is the bad side, right? The
Yeah,
masculinity
right,
has
exactly.
But I'm
has
saying this is a bunch of bros high-fiving and going, and this is unchecked because all it is they have guns. And guns are the great equalizer. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter how big you are or how tall you are if someone has a Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, the
That-
difference though is that I mean, it's one thing to have a gun; it's another thing to be willing to commit the violence. That's the one thing they are willing to do. It's also one of the defining aspects of Wyatt Earp, right?
Yes.
That's why you have the confrontation. Is that you have two sides of violence, right? One is we're going to do what we want because you know we're strong and might makes right, and there you go.
Yep.
And then you have the other side, which is the reluctant side. But then you know this is the law, and it's why you have the difference. You know why Doc says it's not you know the vengeance whatever. It's the reckoning,
Mm.
right?
Yep. I love that line so much.
Yeah.
So do
I got a clip of it. Don't worry about it. when we get to it,
Awesome.
but yeah, it's so brutal, right? Right out of the gate, you just see the toxic masculinity. But I think that's also why I love this movie, is because you've got the clashing forces of masculinity going head to head. And obviously in the movie, you see that it seems like the Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, the right side of masculinity wins. But anyway, as Waylon pointed out, like in truth, the historical documents state that the Cowboys indeed won.
Yeah, they outlasted him.
Well,
Yeah.
If I may, it's also too a sign of a good Western when the bad guys make themselves known right away. Like,
Yeah,
that is-
well, because westerns are classically morality tales.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the knights of old. Okay, the bad guys are gonna bad, and the
Yep.
good guys are gonna good. And you know what?
What's up, Left Eye?
I don't hate it.
How you doing, cutie?
No, I like it when it's not. Oh, look, and it was because of their trauma or whatever. The hell with that. They're bad because they're bad.
No, never once did I see Curly Bill getting whipped by his dad, going like, "You're gonna."
Yeah. Where was
little
where
weird,
was
right?
where was the
Think of that.
27 minutes of therapy session that we definitely demanded in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Ringo,
Deleted
his
scenes.
date
Yeah.
didn't go with him to prom.
Plus, you guys know, even fucking Don Corleone, you guys like you don't fuck with a man's wedding. That's sacred.
Oh no,
Right?
that's
Yeah, it's like piece of shit.
Yeah, no, you killed him after the wedding.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you killed him after
Yeah.
the Christmas.
It's one day Cowboys gonna wish,
Well, that's another thing too, and it says it right away. Is those boundaries of what you think might be moral, which you're talking about the morality of criminals. It does. It has no. They're like, no, you killed two
Exactly, Ratman.
cowboys.
Yeah,
we're
Ratman
gonna shoot
absolutely
you up,
kills
and
it.
guess what? We're gonna shoot
Perfect.
the priest too, and then sit down and have a meal.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, this is
these guys are
yeah, this,
despicable.
Do a
this is
toast.
simply the raw exercise of power,
Yeah,
right? That's why he says, if
100%.
you hear me coming, better watch out.
That's like Sammy said. Afterwards, have a meal, have a steak and some bourbon. We shot the priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's almost like you think he might not do it until the last minute, when it's just like he couldn't stand the yapping, and it's like, boop,
Yeah,
headshot.
Also, Johnny Ringo.
your Spanish is worse than English, you ignorant wretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is Johnny Ringo is probably
yeah,
the only
there you
one
go.
who understands what that
Damn,
guy
okay,
is
well, I mean,
saying.
God damn, Nick.
Johnny
Sorry.
Ringo is the
I was-
educated one.
Yeah,
I was getting sweaty.
So Johnny Ringo is the one to pull the trigger. Johnny Ringo just didn't want to hear that guy's mouth.
yeah.
Because he already knows that he's damned. He already
Well,
knows
yeah,
that
and
he's
then
going
and then
out.
Curly Bill asked him, what are you talking about with that sick horse?
Yeah,
It's talking for the
exactly.
Bible. It's Revelations. Behold, pale rider on him is death, and hell followed with him.
And then he gets
What's
like
that?
this gleam in his eye, and he's like, and hell followed with him.
Yeah, and hell followed with him.
Well, the death thing too, like death is coming for you. I mean, that's where that no scene comes in when he's shouting no. There's like that little angelic kind of chime where it's like he's almost blessed, kind of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
almost like he's got the glowing cross fighting off.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
he is blessed by God.
So
The
it, like,
man who
all
said
comes
no
back.
to death.
Look at that.
Yeah, +1 armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I love
He
the
had plot
after.
armor.
You
He
ever
had
seen
plot armor.
anything like that? Hell, I ain't never even heard something like that.
It's fucking one-liners.
Which, by the way, there's so many things that you can get away with one-liners, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
there's
that's
so many
half
things
Arnold's
that you
career.
can retcon with like a good one-liner, and they did it here.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, that is if there is a bullshit scene
Yep.
to ever exist,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, while he's walking all slow through the water, it's like, dude, you're the easiest target right now.
Like, it's such a great scene because of what he's doing, and like Doc is so concerned for him. It's like, don't do doing something stupid, Wyatt, but like he just feels like he can't be killed, right? He's just like invincible, and which is crazy
That
because
guy,
like
he's on the righteous side right now. Like
Yeah, I
even though he's
the
killing
divine
people.
is looking out for him. He's got like angels that you can't see behind him, just deflecting bullets like that.
I think
it's like
think
what
there's
they used to say about George Washington, right? Like when he went into battle, and they said bullets refused to touch him.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like What a badass thing to say about somebody.
Also,
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
Wyatt Earp was never shot.
Absolutely.
also to be fair, the technology, the rifles back then were highly inaccurate. So
Oh, very true.
Yeah, but unfortunately, others also had shotguns that they were busy shooting at, right? And it was spray a whole area effect. But the thing is that where
I've
he
heard
is
that, Waylon.
they're pinned down and they are caught in a crossfire, which means they are going to die.
Yeah.
And he's kind of sitting there. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
I refuse. And the only way out of that is an assault to go straight at. You're
they
going to
have the
have to
high
pick
ground.
and choose, right? And he's going. Right. And so he goes at him, and everybody else is like, the hell are you doing? But that's the problem. Like, combat instincts are like antithetical to survival instincts, right? Oh my gosh, they're shooting a machine gun at me. Well, if you decide to like get on the ground and try and hide, you're just going to die.
Yeah,
right?
no,
They'll burn you out. You have to go at it.
Sequence,
Mhm.
someone like walked uphill and shot me in the head, and I was like, "Why didn't I think of that?"
Mhm.
Because it's insane.
Sammy said, Anakin, I have the high ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
no, they actively have the high ground in that scene.
That's cool.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yeah, and he goes, "No," and then he just walks up to people and starts shooting them.
Yeah, I mean, the hell with it. If I'm going out.
Yeah.
In an assault. Let's go.
Yep.
Isn't it ironic that Kurt Russell's son is Wyatt?
Yeah.
Wait, his
Yeah.
name is Wyatt?
Mhm.
Like Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
And he looks disturbingly like his old man, too.
Well, yeah, and
Oh,
and Kurt Russell's dad made his career in westerns.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
The irony of the Russell family, basically.
And Walt Disney's last words were like Kurt Russell, right?
Something like that. Yeah. We'll go with it.
Freeze me.
That checks out.
And he said Epstein did.
It may have also been no, no,
No.
or it was
That
no.
would have been like real numbers, not 6 million. We swear.
Nar.
What was that, Walt? What about Padme?
Padme, she was alive.
She
It fought her.
voted.
So I want to talk about the Oriental saloon scene. Obviously,
Dear
we
God,
already kind of talked about it before, but
Why'd you say that word?
what?
Oriental.
It's the casual racism. It's just it comes over from B-sides occasionally. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're here to be masculine. I don't hold that shit back.
Nick's arms
Just
looking
say
at
ching chong.
Let it out.
No, the Occidental Saloon is across the street.
It's behind you. You just can't see it.
Yeah,
in here,
yeah.
this particular screen grab. So
Clearly the east side of the city.
Man Saloon.
Oh,
It's like the Orientals next to the faux Saigon or whatever. And
Yeah.
They're like Billy
Good
Bob
news is-
Thornton here.
this
Me no
saloon in
likey.
particular, guys. Sorry, I
Yeah.
misspoke.
Well, luckily I'm a member of the nonpartisan anti-Chinese league.
Yeah. Shut up and build the railroads.
I think this scene's obviously important for the masculinity take because he just asserts dominance and authority like from the get-go. And like before this part, obviously when he gets off the train, the guy's like trying to smack the horse and just stops him and smacks him with it. It's like, you see like a glimmer of it at that point, but it just escalates from here on out and like a snowball effect. But
There's a funny thing about that with the horse scene. So when I was like 10, my dad and I were walking on a street, and across the street was a guy with a dog, and he
What's up,
was
Rossi?
whipping the dog with the leash.
Rossi.
And my dad crossed the street, grabbed the leash from him, and hit him in the face with it.
Oh, wow.
And the first time I saw this movie, I was like, was that my dad? What the hell? Oh my God.
No, but I don't think you should shorten that up, right? Because like
That's awesome.
That's the first time that he's exerting his dominance, where it was like, hey, you shouldn't even be bad to my horse. Like, how do you like it? How does that feel?
Yeah.
And he's not doing it to show you that he's stronger than you. He's doing it to go like, do you like being whipped? Why would my horse like being whipped? He's the voice of the common man, and that's what they're trying to do.
Well, more importantly, he's the voice of controlled violence.
Yep.
That's a better representation. He is like I said, all one of the themes of him is control. Where anything, you want a whiskey? No, I want a black coffee. Why? Because he wants to be alert. He wants to be in control of the situation he's in. And a lot of the things that happen are outside influences where he's not in control.
Well, and I think this scene it reminds me. So the problem with a lot of young men is they haven't dealt with scary older men, actually dangerous older men, right?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, if you met an adult man, more than likely he had been in a war and had probably killed someone.
Yeah, no, he's probably.
And so as a young man, just on basics, because your brain really
much,
hasn't figured out morality, you're not thinking that well. But base survival instinct said, don't mess with that man. He will just kill you and drop you and then walk on and finish his coffee because they don't have time for you. And that's what kept you in line until you got old enough to kind of develop ethics and morality, and your brain stopped being teenage brain and got set.
I grew up around like nothing but bikers. I was from a biker town, so any of the dudes that were around there were they were all dangerous.
Yeah.
I love this
men
scene.
and Mongols and shit like that.
Yeah,
it was kind of crazy.
I mean, as a kid,
Something on your mind.
I was taught the term Goodwin, to like to say respect your elders, but also there's a reason for respect your elders because your granddad would fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and he cares about you. You mess with another man, and he's like, "You ain't my kid. I'll just drop you."
To this day, I never forget. My father said that when he was living on a reservation back in the 50s, that he was bad. He had to go out, and his grandparents made him take the tree, and he actually had to pick out his own switch.
I had to do that for when my grandparents would spank me up.
So I mean, and my dad's like, so yeah, he was like, boy, you think you got it bad in the fucking 80s? What I dealt with in the 50s?
Yeah. The worst thing is that why do my grandparents only have willow trees? This sucks.
Yeah.
And my grandfather had belt buckles.
And I would say,
yeah.
I would say, Dad, why haven't you pick a smaller stick? He's like, son, if you pick a smaller stick, they whip you that much harder. For
it's worse.
Smallest stick on the fucking tree. Like, oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, Rick, I think a lot of us can probably relate to some of those things for sure growing up.
But also, that's not the masculinity we're talking about here.
Well, but
No,
this
for
is
sure.
it's a similar kind of thing because what he's seeing is
Right
bullies and the I'm going to try and like just use the threat of violence or I will beat on the weaker. And he's coming in going, allow me to introduce you to what actually dangerous looks like.
Oh, that's what I was going to get to, Goodwin. And even
I
though
love
He
this.
grabs him by his
Yes!
ear. Like he's a grown ass man and just takes him by his ear and just throws him out of the saloon. Like, it's like, there's this earned power that Wyatt has. And like, Johnny Tyler here is just all false dominance. Like,
he's a child.
You bet your ass
exactly.
scared.
A little manling.
Yeah.
He's a little baby.
And
Manlet.
A little boy.
Not only was I scared, I feel like everyone was scared.
See, Bill Bell he ain't saying fucking chicken jockey.
No,
Yeah, it's
not at
just
all.
so funny because these guys are armed and he's still treating him like a child.
Well, that's what he said. I don't have to go
Ooh,
healed to go deal with somebody like you.
Yeah.
This guy.
Well, like you said, are you going to do anything? Or are you going to stand there? And
Right.
wait?
He knows he's not, right? Because again, this is a guy that he loves to punch down, right? I'll be the threat of violence and I'll pick on people smaller than me. And then Wyatt comes in and was like, hi, my dance card's open. Would you like
Say
to dance?
that again.
What I was
I'm the
getting at
bigger
earlier,
dog.
Goodwin, is no one got a whooping like that. He didn't get a whooping like that. Because, like, if anybody got a whooping the way that we got whoopings growing up, you wouldn't
definitely
act
needed
that
one,
way.
that's for damn sure.
Gort's a pillow talk.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, that's the way we used to solve bully problems, like on the schoolyard, is that you bloodied someone's nose and then they stop bullying you.
Look at side.
That's what I said. I got a kid. His son is very, very active, and I was like, you know what? That'll get resolved in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, that is a great line.
Damn pumpkin.
No, actually, it works pretty well in pillow talk as well.
Yeah, was it?
Mister, I'm getting awful tired of your... I'm getting tired of your gas. Now jerk that pistol and go to work.
Yeah, jerk that pistol.
I said throw down, boy.
and it's not what
Jerk
he's
that
saying,
pistol,
it's the
boy.
look in his eye.
I would have pissed my pants.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, and
Kurt Russell could smack me right now, and I'd be like, okay.
Even in
I mean,
his
Kurt might
70s.
have to get on a step stool to smack me, but okay, let's go.
He
He'd probably
smacks,
just
he smacks down to me.
He'd probably just greet Goodwin with like respect, like, sir,
Yep.
I'm gonna smack one of these smaller youngins right here real quick.
Yeah.
He's also the only person where they have fake hair on him, and I just believe it.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell can grow a mane.
I'm surprised he didn't do more westerns.
I wish he did more westerns.
That's
to be
right.
honest.
Yeah, I mean, just like
but,
this and Hateful Eight.
The Bone Tomahawk is
Yeah,
a
Bone
fucking
Tomahawk, yeah.
banger.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
It's like
that movie
so
is
Johnny
brutal.
Tyler comes back with the shotgun and trying to act all tough and macho, like he's ready to do something that he's not truly willing to do.
Sam Elliott is beautiful.
But
Yes, he is.
here comes the man of the hour.
Why Johnny Tyler?
You madcap. Where you going with that?
One of the
shotgun?
best scenes.
No, I love. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were here.
Yeah. I
You may
forgot
go.
you were there.
You
You
may
may
go.
go now.
Having casual conversation. Like, this
May
dude-
go.
this-
Leave that shotgun.
Leave the shotgun.
This guy with a shotgun too.
And then,
Just drop
he
it.
thanks him. He thanks him
Yeah.
on the way.
Yes,
Like,
profusely.
Look at
Is
Sam
there
Elliott's
ever-
mustache.
Sam Elliott, but that's real, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And he's like 18 years old right there. Come on.
Yeah, but if there ever was a Wild West, oh, I'm sorry, the adults are talking.
Exactly. Yeah, big people are talking. Why don't you go ahead? Gordon, it's always better with the slaps. Come on.
Yeah, oh, you may go now.
you might go now.
Yeah.
And it's Wyatt who says, "Hey, leave that shotgun."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also love that he goes, Wyatt, he's shaking. He's like, Wyatt Earp. And all of a sudden realizes,
Yeah.
oh my God, I have no idea what I stepped in.
Yep.
It-
And that's the best thing about Doc is Doc was gonna let him go with the shotgun. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you can scamper away," and Wyatt's like, "No, put the shotgun down."
I know. Sam, yeah, he says to him, this guy's got a loaded shotgun. He tells him to fucking put a little shotgun. Okay, sir. I'm
Loaded,
sorry. Like,
Lord.
Yeah.
Loaded.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Short King.
Short King.
Look at that. That's a screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah. Oh.
God damn.
Yeah,
It's
Sam
just-
Elliott grew that mustache in 2 days.
So do you think? Do
He
you think?
willed it.
When he was 4.
yeah, he had it.
So do you think these two scenes would have been any different or felt any maybe less masculine if either Wyatt or Doc would have killed Johnny Tyler? Do you think
No, it would have
just
been
taken
far
away?
worse. It would have been far worse.
No, it wouldn't have the dominance
Yeah.
exchange where
I agree,
you're like,
yeah.
"Hey, leave that shotgun." You said that down. Why?
Yeah, I mean, one
Because I
thing,
said so.
Not only that, they established their dominance in front of the whole town. Like everybody there can
Yeah.
see it, so they're out in the
Yeah.
open.
That
Well,
too, but
and I think the other thing
he's
is-
freaking out by name only.
Yeah, just the name. Well, again, reputation and name is enough. But that's the thing about the men. We understand the pecking order,
Yep.
right? I mean,
Yeah,
you know the guys you can mess around with and the guys that you can't.
that's why
Yeah.
I miss prison.
Yeah, I mean that will definitely set the dominant structure real quick.
People joke about that. There is, and talk to Goodwin about this. Prison has its own set of rules. And you will learn very fucking fast upon
Yeah.
entering the prison yard what the pecking order is.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but that's
100%.
really true amongst like you get men around each other. We're kind of sizing each other up. We're figuring out, the it's not so much, oh, let's go and throw down and see who can do that. Although there are definitely cultures where that will happen, but we just understand, that men understand inherently that you risk violent confrontation if you screw around with
Yep.
other men, right? And so you figure out pretty quick, who's the guy that I really need to worry about, right? And it doesn't take, most men can just like scan a room and be like, all right, that guy might want to just, and it's usually the quiet guy. You're just sitting there, and the loud guy, damn well you can beat his ass 10 ways to Sunday.
The loudest guy in the room is always a drop, man.
I've done that
Yeah,
at bars.
no, it's the
I'm
first
6
one.
foot. I'm 6 foot. I'm a decent sized dude, but there's times where I know I'm gonna get drunk at a bar, and I'll make friends with the security guards that are way bigger than me, just in case I do something stupid.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want them,
100%.
I want them on
That's
my
smart.
side.
No,
R.I.P.
That's
Bill.
very
you know,
smart.
it's beyond that because look at this shooting scene right here. So,
Well, can I actually, before you go into that, Blair to
Please,
Blair
please
said a
do.
perfect thing, saying ignoring him was way worse than killing him. That's so true.
Agreed.
no,
You're
I-
dismissing
Point
him
blank.
as a non-threat, which means you don't really
Exactly.
rank amongst the order of men.
Like Goodwin said it.
Oh, but I'm talking about there's a what we're all missing in this scene is there's a shootout that goes on between, and these other guys go like, "Hey, we were right.
Yep.
Law and order every time."
Yeah, Law and Order.
The
That's me.
reason they the reason they did that is just that's the way it was. And
Allow me to introduce you to a pair of fellow sophisticates.
yep,
I'm gonna need your guns, gentlemen.
yep, 100%. They thought they were wronged, and apparently they won that altercation.
So I'm watching the scene right after Nick's where Billy Zane pops on. Boy, Billy Zane had hair back in the 90s. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
He had really good wigs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it receded like the ocean when the tide going out, man.
Right here, he had a good head there.
I mean, this really does show like the real strength of people, and it's not just about like, using the weapon, but it's about like the people that can and know how to use it, but they don't have to use it at the same time because like they're that feared or they're like that well respected. Like obviously like in name, like you just hear the name, you're like, oh crap, I can't mess with these guys because I might wind up dead or worse. So yeah, it's like the fact that they don't have to kill Johnny Tyler is, important, but also that there's just a gunfight going on right behind them, and they're just so lackadaisical. They're like, hey, actually, we know them. It's like
For Bison, it was a
it's
Tuesday.
like Curly Bill in The Unforgiven, where he's trying to show like, he's trying to tell that journalist where, you want to see what the Wild West is like? This is what the Wild West is like.
yep.
Like I was like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy, and you know what? He's not gonna say anything because he knows if he steps up to me, I'm gonna shoot him dead. That's it. That's all there is. They walked up. That was one of the scariest things that I ever seen. Is like I saw a guy beat another guy's ass in school, and then he walked to the principal's office and sat down because he already knew what he was in for. He already knew what he did.
Yeah.
Also, Nick,
Sometimes
the previous shot right there, we're only 25 minutes into the film, and I love seeing this with older films, man. Like in 25 minutes, we've gotten more than 2.5 hour films I've watched already. There's so much setup, world building, payoff, the characters. You know everything you need to know about these characters only less than a half hour into this movie.
Yeah, it's I was talking to Goodwin before we started backstage, and it's like there's so many masculine moments in this film, and I'm like, we could talk a little bit about the the women, of course, because as Waylon said it, he's Wyatt's not loyal to his wife, but whether or not she is on drugs and hitting the opium hard, it's still till death do us part. But he's on for something far greater, and I think it's interesting just because of the idea that his best friend Doc is telling him, like, it's like, what are you living for? Like, there's something else better for you out there, and it's just like, yeah, it's with this other chick, right? Who may or may not be a prostitute in real life, but it is quite interesting because you don't really see him care so much for his wife a lot in this film. I think most of the time that he is looking at what's your face, Dana's character, can't think of her name right now. Dana Delaney, yeah. And it's like after the shootout scene, like they lock eyes. We'll get to that in a moment, but they lock eyes, and his wife just turns the corner and she sees that happening, and it's just like boom, she's so deflated and pissed, but at the same time, like, what are you gonna do? Like, what is he to do?
Yeah, I think this does in some way date this movie. If you would have been looking at a Western from the 50s or whatever, then oh yeah, might have been a bit of a it's a fine girl, but I have the responsibilities, I'm gonna do that, or they would have made him a widower or something like that. The interesting thing about this movie is that Wyatt Earp, he comes in and he does his duty, and he he'd certainly done it in Dodge. He comes here and he's basically, I want to live for myself, and eventually that includes not being with Maddie, leaving her, and going off and doing whatever the hell, absent responsibility, right? That's kind of an antithetical to what we would view manhood as, right? Is that, yeah, you have these urges. I want to do all these things, but you know, part of being a man is that you have a responsibility and you're doing something greater with your life than just living it entirely for you, you know, in a kind of hedonistic, narcissistic manner.
Right. So let's talk about this scene. Obviously, we briefly mentioned it a little earlier, but it's all about showing off, right? I think we would probably equate it to like measuring e-pins nowadays on the internet.
You damn kids.
You damn kids.
You damn TikToks and Instagram reelies.
Yeah.
And your rap music.
Your damn loud music. Get off my lawn. But man,
Yeah,
it is just great.
Doc totally ratioed him here, guys. Like,
oh yeah, he got ratioed hard in front of everyone. Because I mean, everyone loves Johnny Ringo's. He gets obviously a lot of whistles and claps, but it just like Doc is not afraid, and I think he would again. Like I think Goodwin, did you mention it that he would have probably taken out Ringo right there on the spot, but he didn't want to do it for the sake of respect for Wyatt. Yeah, and it's like there's this respect that he earns from his masculinity. I think all of them do at the table there. And even, I think it's kind of weird, but even after Doc mocks him with the tin cup, I think even Curly Bill like sees Doc like, you know, maybe we shouldn't fuck with this guy right now because like it might end bad and we're, you know, I'm trying to, you know, I just won $500. We should have a good time here and, you know, drinks for everyone. But there's this mass intimidation here that I love about this scene. Obviously it's funny. But
yeah, it's an impressive way to de-escalate while still maintaining that. Yeah. Trust me, I'm a dangerous person. And that instead of, you know, being baited into the gunfight, he just like dismisses it with that thing. But that whole way that he's doing it is demonstrating, you know, if we do decide to play for keeps, this might get real spicy for you.
Yeah. So do you think that this scene says more about Ringo's weakness or Doc's strength here?
I don't know. I think it's more along the lines of Ringo like being too big for his britches. And he's trying to show off so that he can keep that stance.
Yeah.
I think that Doc actually kind of explains it later in there where he's talking about there's a hole in him and that, you know, no matter how much killing he does, what he's trying to fill that hole, but he can't. And so this is a measuring contest, right? This is the you've got the two big dogs in the yard, right? And so they're gonna eventually get into it, right? But it's kind of measuring up first, and that's why Doc doing that stuff is both a I'm dangerous, but also a de-escalation.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it earlier. Like this is one of the best examples why masculinity is about control, and not so much performance. Even though, in a way, Doc does perform here, right? He performs in the mockery, the de-escalation, as you put it, Goodwin. So it's fantastic, you know, through and through. We got a nice little clippy of.
Nice.
Gord, isn't that standard procedure?
Fucking love it.
Oh man.
It's his little, like when he goes like this, his little bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh God, kill me.
Man, I bet that dude was embarrassed.
Oh fuck yeah! With a cups on.
Well, even like Curly Bill's kind of like amused, but then he's not because he's like, all right, like this guy's kind of pissing me off here, but kind of don't want to mess with him because again, like this could all
Well, and again, he hasn't taken the bait.
This guy could fuck
right?
me up.
Well, but he hasn't taken the bait, right? And so the idea of that I did this, and then they respond with this non-threatening but still somewhat intimidating display. You're kind of stuck, right? I mean, again, the manly rules are like, all right, well, he hasn't stepped up to me, but he
Yep.
also hasn't really stepped back. And so I'm just like, all right,
It's a respect thing too. It's like,
Yeah,
hey, this guy didn't
absolutely.
actually draw on me, so I can't just shoot him dead.
Yep.
Like nobody will respect me after that. And then I mean, they probably know there's a gun under the table, I'm assuming. So
Yeah, that was the one thing I wondered. I'm like, do they know like that their dick could just get blown off at any moment in time? Like,
God damn it.
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Ike knows anything. So that's
I sure as hell has no idea what Wyatt's doing under there. Like, you know,
Hey, curious, you guys, when the whole exchange between Doc and they're having the Latin scene, did anyone ever actually translate what they're saying in Latin?
yeah. Boosh did earlier
Oh, really?
in chat. Yeah.
yeah, he did.
I'll try to Google it.
Definitely one of the best and I think most memorable scenes, of course. The next scene I think I really want to talk about. It's sort of like kind of like a montage of how it all like sort of affects one another, right? When Curly Bill ends up killing Fred, which then leads to guns being banned in town, which then leads to an interesting conversation between the conversation.
That's one of my favorite scenes is because when he knocks Curly Bill out and the other guy gets pissed because they don't want to let him take him away or whatever.
Right.
And then Doc comes out and he's just has the one gun drawn and he's like, oh, you can't even you're seeing double right now. He's like, that's all right, I got one for the both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that scene.
I want to bring up the scene here with the brothers. It's the conversation that they have, right? Once they realize that, once Wyatt realizes what's happening here. It's like, well, you said that, you didn't want to get involved. You want to get involved. And now we're involved now. Do you guys think they blamed Wyatt because of that?
No, I think so. Actually, if you when we talked like earlier, who do you think is the most like the most masculine character? I
would say Virgil.
Virgil is the most masculine, because you see it when the mayor comes to him and talks about how things are going to hell in a handbasket because Curly Bill was released and the Cowboys are kind of running amok, and it just you can see it gnawing at Virgil, and then he's the one that then becomes sheriff and declares the no guns in town and all that, and Wyatt is coming to talk to him like, what are you doing? And as Virgil says, this ain't about you, right? The we don't have to, but the thing is, I can't live in this town and know that I could do something to help them, and instead all I'm doing is extracting things off of them like a vulture, right? That I'm not actually contributing. And Virgil steps up to that responsibility. Morgan is like, well, as you always said, you back your brother's play. And Wyatt is really annoyed at this because this was not his plan. And he knows kind of how this is going to go. But that's the thing, is that it's Wyatt wants to have like the fun life and make money on stuff, but he doesn't want the responsibility that comes with it in the greater society, right? He's already done that and he doesn't want to do it anymore.
I'm retired.
And Virgil's like, I can't do that. Right. I always feel like that responsibility. Every time that he looks at somebody in the face, it's like a slap in the face. Right. Because they look at him and like, you could do something, but you're not. And that's mostly him. I don't think it's the other, the people, the townspeople looking at him in a certain way. It's just driving Virgil nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that, like there's obviously choice here that's involved, but, I wonder if there's a bit of conviction in Wyatt's tone, or maybe more so Virgil's here, because like obviously he expresses like this discomfort in the lawlessness because he sees like the kid almost get like run over by the Cowboys, right? I think he saves this like small child, right?
And then the mother with the cut face.
Yep, and he says, I have a quote here from him. It says, "It's not right. I've never been in a town where there's so much killing." And it's like, yeah, this is the time when men step up, right? Because they have to. Like, this is the necessary thing. So,
Yeah, that's the duty.
yeah, exactly. So I think
that
you're
was-
right.
That was the
Virgil's
last thing that pushed him over the edge, was seeing that happen to that kid and the probably the mother, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right though in terms of Virgil probably being the most accurately masculine character out of this whole movie, which obviously Sam Elliott is a badass, but I don't think he's like he gets the enough spotlight. I could be wrong about that, but like I think just because of being the older brother to Wyatt, and obviously like to Kurt Russell, and then Doc Holliday is or Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. But yeah, it is interesting. And I think that's one of the things I love about this scene is the conversation, right? Because of, and again, I know that this isn't probably historically accurate, as I think Waylon has pointed out, where Morgan is obviously a very good gunslinger. But even in this scene here, he's never taken a life. And, Wyatt is telling him and warning him, like, you have no idea what it's like, because you can't go back to that. And it's almost like it's haunting to take another man's life. And through his discussion, he's like, oh, so didn't move you guys? Well, here's my revolver, my belt, so you can take it now. But I think this the masculine virtues here, especially in this scene, like do require action. And I think this is exactly what Virgil is trying to do. But the consequences of these actions is that it's putting them all at risk. And that's exactly what we see happen shortly thereafter. They get shot in a gunfight, and they end up having worse to them, right? Where Virgil's arm gets badly wounded, Morgan dies, right? So like there are consequences of the risk that they're taking, but again, that's where masculinity comes in. Like they're having to do this, they're having to put their life on the line here for the sake of others, because if they can stop the killing by doing what's necessary, then so be it, even if it means putting your life on the line. At least for the sake of the movie. Obviously, historically, it's a little bit different.
That's why duty is a burden, because there's a cost and a risk involved. Otherwise, everybody would do it. It wouldn't be a duty. It wouldn't be any big thing, right? It's the stepping up is, you take the risk, but that's part of the investment, right? If you're actually going to be a member of the community, then you need to take on the burdens and responsibilities of being a member of that.
I agree, Reb.
Yeah.
So yeah, would you say that this scene argues that masculinity isn't about wanting the fight, but being willing to step in when no one else will?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't want the fight.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's having the strength, but knowing when to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They
were finally pushed to the point where they needed to step up.
Yeah, there's you see with the Cowboys, they're like just violence for violence sake. The masculine way to do that is the rational application of violence, right? And when you do so, don't mess around, right? That if you've decided to go violent, go violent.
Yeah. Go big or go home.
And speaking of go big or going home, the classic gunfight scene, which I'm going to pull up here in a second, but apparently that is historically accurate, which is quite awesome for them to get. On.
We got Robo Nick.
Oh, Nick, cut out, buddy.
Jacob Ironside's raccoons got to his internet connection.
Oh no!
And Nick guy's finally going. All right.
Is he good?
No, you're still Robo Nick.
And
I love your 480p quick cam.
It's got him those shoulders, man. See?
Yeah.
The stream can't handle it.
Shame that his face is melting right now. It's been out of sun too long. The aesthetics finally came off.
He's still the best looking guy on the stream.
Mm-hmm. By a lot.
It's weird. I don't see it happening to me. It's so funny. It's still going.
It's still going.
It's funny how he's pausing on. He's posing like this, like
Yeah.
with that manly jawline and beard. Like,
Yeah. He's actually doing this on purpose. These are all poses. Yeah, it's like
he's
like when you were
unplugging.
showing the muscles earlier.
Flex, Nick, it'll
Yeah,
stick.
yeah.
He's unplugging his
And
modem.
now my intellectual flex. Does the thinker? Does the?
Is it back?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're the best flip book I've ever seen. It's
Nick, just
Amazing.
fucking flex already.
yeah.
All of us.
I
Yeah.
did.
Well, you're gonna have to hold it a while we get that one frame every 10, 15 seconds.
Okay, what if okay, let me try and add this to the scene so it can stop.
I love it.
The street
I just
thing,
want to say this is not masculine.
he's like, see, the internet can't handle these.
Strike the pose.
Your arms are taking up too much bandwidth, dude.
Fucking
Yeah.
nice. Get off camera, dude.
Okay, what about now? Is it better?
Oh yeah,
I was just joking.
yeah. You were coming back anyway. It was fun.
All right. Are we good? Are we back, everyone?
Yes.
We have always been here.
Oh. All right. Gotta love EV Mux, eh?
Oh,
Strike
sure.
one.
Sure, blame EV Mux.
It's too much masculine.
Well, it's either that or I blame AT&T. So, one of the two. But yeah, Jacob, man, we gotta do some hunting for them damn raccoons.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Oh, but
right.
they're such cute babies.
Trash pandas. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I love them.
You know, they're the animal most likely to invent a gun because they have opposable thumbs.
that's true. That isn't like a meme about or an actual picture. Not an actual picture, but a fake one. But as I was saying about this damn scene for internet problems, it's definitely kind of cool that they got it so accurate, or it's as accurate as it is in real life.
With that shotgun.
Yeah, but like you just know, like they don't want to engage in this because they want to be responsible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
Virgil announces it. That's not what we want.
right, yeah, it's like, but hey, listen, if we have to do what we've got to do here, poor Ike, I don't got no weapon.
Until he gets one, and then all that. The thing about Ike is he's consistent. He's a coward all throughout this movie.
Yeah,
This fight's commenced.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Shout out to XP Rocket Raccoon. Enjoy the amplifier. We're my rival Marvel rivals friends.
Is that who you play?
Oh God.
I can play as Rocket.
Fucking shark. God damn it.
Dude, fuck Jeff, man. Fuck Jeff the land shark.
The internet hates
He's
Jeff.
so cute, though.
Oh yeah, of course he is. Whips that whole fucking team. Bastard.
I'm always with you guys, no matter what.
Yeah, Nick watching the scene. Boy, Thomas Hayden Church takes some fucking like 19 bullets. Holy shit.
God, look at that stash, man. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
But he's got that stare of like, that's a masculine looking face
Oh,
right there.
that's-
You just do not want to. But there again,
He's got
this
the
dude's about to piss his pants. I'll tell you what. Like here's the thing. If you're a cowboy right now and you see these guys standing across from you, like,
I'm just like,
are you
all right,
going to
I'm done.
hightail it or what?
throw your guns away, just walk away. Please don't kill me.
Well, I mean, they're not going to let you just walk away. It's turn over your guns, and oh, by the way, there's a bit of a feud going on between these, and you don't want to be the guy that gives up gun, because again, the other thing is you're around your buddies. You don't want to get punked, right? And so, this is a real problem.
Yeah, look, it's a hard character to play.
Yep.
I commend you, Krovax.
Just do the best defense. Just drop to the ground, and start crying.
It's the wink.
Please don't kill me.
Oh, shit. And then just guns blazing.
Yeah, great action scene. Especially
Well, also shows that so many of them are amped up. You're just shooting. You're not careful. You take aim and all that. That's like every gunfighter when asked, they'd be like, it's not the fastest. It's the one that shoots you. That's it. And the way you do that is there's a certain speed to slow means fast, right? Because you're very intentional. You go, you pull down, you aim, you shoot. That's it.
Yep.
Like when
I
fucking
mean-
Doc is dual wielding, just
Yeah, I don't know how many bullets
Well,
that six
Doc-
shooter has, but it's a hell of a lot more than 6.
Yeah, Doc shoots up into the air to scare the horse out of the way, and
Just
then
count
they
Just
just
yeah, he blasts this dude.
well,
Yeah,
with the shotgun first with the horse, he scares that.
yeah. He also has like 8-barrel shotgun because he never reloads, even though he just keeps shooting, even though he's only got
He
2.
loads off screen, okay?
yeah.
Mhm.
This was definitely around the time when all guns had infinite ammo. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
the old school games. Yeah, it's like this reactive violence that is here.
Yeah.
It's like there's this burden of protection that they're having to deal with. It's like they don't want to have to do this again, but they're trying to be lawful men. And yeah, if they would have just given the damn guns, none of this would happen.
Right
But
there, Nick Goodwin said first for Doc, he goes this, he goes 6.
Yeah.
He pulls out both of them. Then he pulls out both guns. He already hit the first one like this. He pulls them both again. He just keeps going like this.
Yeah,
Listen,
just keeps shooting.
Doc was so fast he was such a fast gunslinger that he would reload faster than we could perceive him doing it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how good Doc was.
Which is really impressive because those are single eject, right? You got to sit there and ram each one out and then load each one singly.
I'm counting like 45 shots he gets off those 2 guns.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't look, but maybe does his belt still have bullets still left
Let's
over?
see.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't start shooting his belt at people. It's might as well. It's
They all had the jacket from like Boondock Saints when the guy just has like 8 guns on him.
yeah.
Keeps just dropping them and going.
Or this is an early preview of the Matrix. They just open up the dusters and it's all guns. There we go.
Lots of guns.
Yeah.
Guns. Lots of guns. Yeah, and the funny thing after this too, which I have a clip
Yeah,
for.
look at that belt. There's no extra rounds.
Yeah. Where did he get the extra bullets from? But
Exactly.
yeah, Morgan took one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But-
it's pay to play. He
Yeah.
paid like $20 to get extra bullets in that thing.
Yeah. Put an extra quarter in the machine.
Yeah, yeah.
The fact that Doc is covered in sweat, though. Boy.
Dude, I was gonna say, like, this
You see
man
his
is sweating
sleeve, too.
regardless, but
You just can't see them opening their inventory and reloading behind them.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
hell of a face, though, for Bill Paxton.
That's how fast he is.
Yeah.
That's such a face.
Bill Paxton's like, I think I just shit myself.
forget killing a guy, just crap my pants.
Quick, Morgan, fling poo.
Yeah, these are called Western screen hacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ike starts wall hacking a little later.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were using auto aim though. Now they're playing with controllers or mouse and keyboard here.
Dude, if it was mouse and keyboard, it was the old mouse that you had to roll with your thumb.
I forgot about
ball.
those.
No, I still have a trackball. No, this would have been a roller mouse. It would have had the ball, and it's got gummed up. You haven't been cleaning it in a while. It's what the hell?
Morgan Poo. Yeah, love this scene. I think nice little clippy for it. It's right here in this spot, right? Actually, here's the shootout.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Yeah,
I love to when guys get shot by a gun, they fly back for like 25 feet. Ah!
Yeah.
Virgil's holding up his cane like a wizard staff, like he's gonna block the bullet. Like
What's the Matrix? Is like, brrr.
I love Ike being surprised at everything.
yeah, and then of course, when you try to tell Wyatt Earp that you're gonna arrest him, you better think twice.
Yeah.
All of you are under arrest. I don't think I'll let you arrest us today, Behan.
Man, you can't get away with saying shit like that now.
You see
It's
that
such a
mustache
long
stare?
stare too.
Yeah. Again, you ain't gonna arrest the son. Like, you know what? You're right. Sure.
Well, that's the thing is Behan kind of looks at him and just kind of looks around. Yeah, I guess you're right today.
You see these guys wipe out
there's
6
like
bad guys.
5 dead people. I got other things to take care of.
Yeah. Oh, look at the time. I got a thing.
She's like, none of you reloaded neither. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, mine only has 6.
try and wrap it up a little bit here, but I want to talk on some other important parts. Obviously, when Morgan gets killed, right? It's that montage of, Virgil walks in the bar. It's raining. It's obviously a really bad storm out.
Yeah.
It's what really affects us the most here on the internet. It's the bad weather. But it's interesting because now the Earp brothers are finally paying the price, right? And it's so interesting because when Wyatt goes out and he sees McMasters and they're like, you know what, we don't agree with what's been happening. They throw down the red sashes and it's like, if you ever need us, let us know. We'll join your side, which is interesting because as much as they have like this, code of ethics, like you mentioned, Goodwin, which they definitely do, they have another sort of code of ethics that are just like this, like morality that McMasters and the others have, where it's like we don't agree with what they're doing here, so like we're going to stand by you guys, behind your side, Wyatt, and then they end up getting sworn in, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But right as he's outside when they leave, and you see Morgan look outside, and then guy just wants to get the old cue ball, and then he just ends up getting shot in the back, and Doc can't get the damn bullet out. And,
too deep.
Go ahead.
It was too deep.
Yeah, which when you're digging in someone's back like that, I mean,
Good one. I've never heard those words.
Yeah, I know.
Too deep.
Yeah.
I have heard, get this damn dog out of here.
Yeah. I've heard stuff crying.
But I think the scene with Morgan dying, I got a clip of it. It does show the masculinity in grief and loss. And obviously Wyatt's face is very emotional. But it's like through this, like, it's like this guilt that Wyatt has, like where his younger brother has now died and Wyatt is still living. And obviously Virgil, his older brother, is injured and can't really fight now. So he has this moment where, like, I feel like he's almost like he's cursed. He's cursed here. Like, everyone that gets close to him ends up getting hurt or dies here. Like, what's her face comes out in the rain, or when they're in the rain, he's like, "Get away from me!" And it's like you feel bad for him because he's having to go through like this emotional endurance because of all this pain that he has to endure like right at that moment. Which, he's having to be strong there. And obviously it's the result afterwards that, again, he goes on this reckoning train that is just like relentless. And, I mean, you love to see it because of what we get in with this action. But it's like, I think you can stand for what you believe in and like what we think is right. But we can suffer for it. And like suffering is still, I think, necessary, or it's still correct at like at the end of the day. But
I think to some degree this is Wyatt's attempt to dodge responsibility coming home to roost.
Yeah.
I want to be separate, and I don't want to, let's all just make our money and not be involved. Virgil clearly can't live with that. Wyatt tries, but what happens is the attempt to dodge the responsibilities of manhood end up costing more than had you just stepped up to begin with.
Yeah.
It's not all three. Yeah, McMasters is the only cowboy. The other two is Cactus in Texas.
Yeah, I thought there was more than one red sash that was thrown down, though.
Nope, it's just the one.
It's just the
It's
one.
just McMasters, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. I think I got a screenshot of that somewhere. Ironically. Right here.
Yeah, that's Waylon. That's covered in Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little scene.
Remember what I said about seeing a light when you're dying? It ain't true. I can't see a damn thing.
Poor bastard.
Like
Hell
Bill
of a
Paxton's
line.
delivery in that is so good. But
Why,
it's
is
like,
why is Bill Paxton always dying? Fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, like him and Sean Bean ought
Honestly-
to have like a count up to see who's died more in movies.
Please don't make it a drinking game.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Pedro Pascal is actually going for that record. Oh, we don't care about that.
The thing is, I'll say that difference is whenever Bill Paxton or like Sean Bean dies, I'm actually sad.
I know. Like
when Pedro dies, I'm like, yes, do another shot.
Yeah, I actually have that clip as certain adult material that I use late at night.
So two other scenes I obviously want to get to because they're some of the best scenes. Some of the best scenes in the film is when he goes on his reckoning train, and he ironically goes to the train station.
Oh, we got it, Nick. We got it. I love that scene.
And yeah, of course I got it. Man. I cannot get that scene.
You're a professional, man.
Dude, listen, when I was watching this last Thursday, I think it was, like that scene when he's at the train station, that scene still gives me goosebumps.
Oh.
Like it is so damn good that like I can never get enough of it. And that's when you know it's like the masculinity is very strong. It is very prevalent. And
yeah, you have I'm going to shoot one guy just right off the bat with shotgun, and then I'm going to cut your face with my spur because that's how Chad I am, and then I'm going to explain to you how things go.
I can lie. The way Nick was talking about it's giving me goosebumps. Shit.
Yeah, right here. He's like, I mean, that's not something you want to look behind your back and go, oh shit, and then just
Yeah.
dusted, right? He's
Wearing
dead.
a duster.
Yep.
He dusted, and the dude Virgil's like, I see you, little bro.
All right,
Yeah.
boy.
He's just like,
Godspeed, boy.
I got you.
That's one.
Yep.
Yep.
I still got one good arm to hold you with.
Yeah. Well, I also like the fact that they're riding the Van Halen train, 5150 there. It's,
Hell yeah.
Fuck is it, man?
Dude, this would hurt so much, right? Like,
right.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
pretty
you
fucking
don't
manly.
sharpen your spurs, otherwise you're gouging your horse and making him bleed. That's generally bad.
See the size? That shotgun's like fucking this big. Holy Christ, dude.
Yeah, that's a big barrel.
Look at the barrel on that fucking gun.
Hi, Jana. Glad you could make it.
Yeah, that's an interesting size because it's not really a fowling gun, but it's also not really a stagecoach gun.
Why he's got the biggest gun.
Well, I mean the barrels are long, but it's like why?
you go.
I mean, if you're using it
So
for
is it
up close and personal, get a stagecoach.
Is it not so is that not a real gun?
No, it's a real gun. It's just the barrel length is odd because usually like a fowling gun, you have a longer barrel because you're trying to shoot out further, and a stagecoach is short for compactness, but also if you're shooting out far enough, you get a wider spread of shot.
Damn. Yep.
That's interesting.
I see a red sash. I killed the man wearing it.
Yeah. So I got here, Blizz, this is for you.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Yes.
You see that?
Like my man's just flexing. You see that?
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything now to him. Like, cause then he just has free reign. Like I'm going to kill everyone. And cause I can. Like the fear in Ike's eyes.
Yeah, I'm a U.S. Marshal. It means no matter where you go, I can come and find you. Hi.
Yeah, it's like nowhere is safe. Like you think, oh, I'm gonna go to a different state. I'm gonna go to a different town, right? Like it doesn't matter. Like wherever you go, I will come and find you, and I will kill you. It's kind of like the Liam Neeson line, right?
Yeah.
And Taken. I will find you.
Yep.
And I will kill you.
Yeah, and why right there? Why,
dude? I love this scene. Like this shot right here.
Michael Rooker. Damn.
I mean, yeah. Dude, Michael Rooker.
Back we had. Why did everyone have hair back in the 90s?
Well, not only that, but you got the guy from Avatar is Ike.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Goddamn good one.
Oh, God,
the blue people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
No, this guy. He's the general.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
He's also in Manhunter and it's all kinds.
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang, yeah.
He's a very, very well-known actor. It's been
but this is actually one of his best performances because you have to look a bit to go, wait a minute, is that Stephen Lang? It is Stephen Lang. Okay,
you're right. Yeah.
Not the size of the boats, the motion of the ocean.
yeah.
Oh wait, that's something. Yeah, that is something else. But
right there, boy. I'm gonna show you the reason the name Wyatt Earp. Why you fear that name for now? Now I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
You killed my brother, bastard.
Run, you cur.
Yep.
All right, Boosh. Guess what? I got you.
You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. You hear? Hell's coming with me.
Dude, I got goosebumps.
Such
fucking
a
again,
good
bro.
line.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I gotta go off screen.
Yeah.
Oh God damn it.
Behold a pale horse, and on him rode death, and hell followed with him.
Blue will be back in 38 seconds.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And counting. Hi, Babs. Yes. Who doesn't love Kurt Russell at this point? You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn right.
Like,
What he should have really said was, call me Snake.
That's what I said. Like Nick, like scenes like that where yes, this may not be the best Western, but fuck, man, I see them scenes in a big screen. You're like, holy shit.
like I wish I could have seen this in theaters when it first aired, but I don't know.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to re-release it since
I was
Val
about to
Kilmer
say,
passed.
They will at some point. Come on, they're getting desperate, man.
I would say, has this film ever come out on a re-release? Because like that would have made a lot of sense. Like
I don't think
Blu-ray?
it has. But no, actual
the 4K
film
Blu-ray
theater
just
release.
came out.
Like a theater release, yeah.
And this
Oh
did-
man, this would be great in the theaters, especially a drive-in.
I mean, actually, see,
I mean, you're getting late if you watch this in a drive-in. That's
it says
what I'm
actually
saying.
Tombstone is being
Hey, if you don't, well, you might be.
it actually on April 22nd this year.
Something else.
It just got released on 4K Blu-ray and HD. So actually, just came out a week ago. The 4K.
It did. I saw
yeah.
Gary Nerdrotic actually post on X that he bought it.
It's on Vudu now. Actually, I got the upgrade for $15. I can upgrade it to the 4K version.
I might have to buy it. That's something worth owning now. I feel like on.
I just hate that when I own a
4K.
film, I own a film already. It's like, hey, look, so you own the film, but if you want to get the upgrade, pay $15 for the upgrade. I'm like, bastards.
Yeah. So he goes on this montage of they go on this montage of killing everyone. They're riding into Wyatt's crashing in through windows. He's shooting people. I mean,
Just rides a horse into someone's bar, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna be killing everybody here.
He's smashing dudes' face in with the butt end of a rifle. I mean, it's pretty awesome to see them do that. But I think that one of the interesting things is obviously when they get to we get closer to the moment, which I'm gonna pull up here because they get to a standstill, right? Like
Vadered.
Well, Doc is getting sick and did all stuff. They're having a lot of problems.
Yeah, right. Like Doc can't fight, although obviously he just like falls off the horse.
Yeah.
Right. Like he legitimately can't even sit upright.
Yeah.
You know what we need? We need to go to Charlton Heston.
Right. Yeah. Just the magic behind Charlton Heston's house allowed Doc to be rejuvenated and like he soaked up more masculinity.
Yeah, it's just being around Charlton Heston. That's all you need, really. And
pretty much.
Yeah.
But then we get to a nice interesting scene here where if I can find it. Don't worry, I'm a professional.
All right.
Where here's the no scene for everyone.
Son of a bitch!
Oh.
No!
Oh man. Oh man.
Jesus Christ!
What about Padme?
What about Padme? I mean, I like how far he throws the shotgun too. Like he just
Goddamn
chucks it
right.
like 10 feet. Like
Yeah, I don't need to be tripping on that.
yeah. I mean, like, so I think the interesting thing about all this, right? It's that there's this form of like righteous vengeance that is just encircling it's like aura that Wyatt has, you know, because they're not taking they're not being on the defensive side now. They're you know, aggressing and attacking, and rightfully so. Like, and I think this is where Wyatt's like fearless leadership comes into play. If I can pull my slides here, because it's like he doesn't. I mean, he has no fear, right? Like he's legitimately stuck behind, you know, a hard spot.
Yeah, they're in a crossfire. They got people in front of them, people behind them, and they've stumbled. I mean, Wyatt's led them into a trap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're hiding behind. Just
and they're going to get killed because
shooting.
Yeah, they're going to get killed.
See, look
at that reload.
Look, guys.
Yeah, except that prior to that, when he ejects, they are red plastic shells. So that's
damn. Imagine watching this in 4K now.
Watching it in 4K right now, like some awesome.
We're going to find all of the problems, the anachronisms that are going on.
Ooh, yeah, Ben-Hur's
peak.
Yeah,
it was in '90s.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting because of
look at
that. Bill just taunting.
Yep.
Calling him out.
Yeah.
Across the river.
Well, and then when he sees him walking, he's like, "Look at that."
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like this guy's about to die, but
well, it's just look at the balls, right? Okay, I got to meet that, right? I got to meet that masculine energy, and unfortunately, he gets met with a shotgun.
So, do you think this scene shows more courage or recklessness here from Wyatt, or both?
No, I'd say courage, because at that point, it's just going all the fuck out, man. Why not?
Yeah, there's only one way out. I mean, the you stay there, you get dead, and so
one way out is through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Gord. He's lying.
Gord doesn't like this slow-mo.
It's hilariously cringe.
No!
Jesus Christ!
That was for you, Gord.
If you're gonna say no, do it with a shotgun at least. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to hand it to Curly Bill here for just like meeting him, right? This dude's like walking on water here, and you're like, I got to go meet this dude face to face.
Yeah, I mean that's the alphas come. Other alphas better step up if they want to maintain their status.
They literally say that line later on. It's like, oh, where's Wyatt at? He's like, yo, down by the river walking
on
the water.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, there's a no.
Look at that.
Yeah. You've heard of the O face. This is the no face.
See, Gord, there's so much testosterone to make you laugh because your body can't handle it.
That is true though. Like I think you're right, Blue. Like there can come to a point where like the amount of masculinity is just like humorous at times. You know, it's like it could be over the top. It could be cringe, but that shotgun blast.
Oh
yeah. I think that you know, if you watch like the Wyatt Earp version of this scene, I mean there's no slow-mo and all that, right? But it still has, in fact, it has better impact because you see like bullets shooting through his duster while he's walking, right? You know this stuff is going on.
That's funny, Rabnet.
That's what I said. I mean, you know, all he needs to say is Wyatt needs to go, "What about Padme?"
It's Padme.
Yeah, I mean, and they're victorious, at least in this moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, but yeah, Doc immediately comes out, and they all start blasting after what Wyatt just did. It's like, how can you
blasting?
not? So anyway, I started blasting. I gotta get that clip.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's like, let's see what Radman would you say? Curly Bill may actually be designed after the stereotypical devil. He gets a red shirt and a goatee. Said earlier with the tarot card scene.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Very true. That is a really good point. I don't think I thought about that, but I think you may be onto something there. Kind of. He does have that look to him.
Yeah,
I believe it. I mean,
Yeah, that was the thing. Is that I mean it wasn't the he walked on water. It was that he walked through a hail of bullets and never got touched.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes dumb luck, man. Who knows? It's like things. The whole 50 Cent got shot 9 times and he's fine.
Well, I mean, again, that's the thing is Wyatt Earp was never shot throughout his career, no matter all the gunfights he went through and all that stuff. But there are times, again, the I am cold and calculated, and I focused on aiming and get my target, and everybody else is kind of just wildly shooting because there's a bit of pants shitting going on. I'm going to take the guy that's being cold and calculated.
Yeah, poor Doc falls of his horse.
And this is the scene too where they talk about, I don't have any friends. Well, Wyatt's my only friend, or I got lots of friends, but Wyatt's my only friend, right? And then I love this line that Doc Holliday says here.
Make no mistake.
Oh, Nick, you're a fucking man.
It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
That scene right there, I got chills the first time. I didn't get chills now, but it's okay. It's Val Kilmer's delivery, because you realize that there is this reckoning here, and it's full blown masculinity reckoning that no one's safe. Like up until we get everyone here. All these cowboys are done. Like I get vengeance, and justice for Morgan especially. Because he knows who did it. I mean, there's a scene we glanced over, but
I think the interesting bit of that is there's a difference between when he says it's not revenge he's looking for, it's the reckoning. Vengeance and revenge are the things that you have in the absence of the ability to get justice. Right. Wyatt is much more about the justice side.
Yeah.
Right. It's why he has to. It's why the first thing he says is, "You tell him the law is coming. You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me." Right. But it's the law first.
True. Yeah.
So after Morgan had died, right, we get this scene.
You smell that, Bill?
Oh, fucking Nick's got the.
Smells like someone died. Jesus.
Like Sam Elliott, the way he's like like that. He fucking whiffs the things.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He is so pissed.
Yeah,
the amount of, we talked about earlier, like the amount of restraint they all had to have.
Yeah.
In that moment, like I don't know if I could have just held my shit together there without just quick drawn on them and just start blasting like.
But again, that's the masculine side, that you have women, with you and wounded family. You have a job to do, and it's like, now's not the time. And it's why Wyatt tells him, he's like, this is over, right? Bye. Power's Booth is so great. I love it.
Right, man. Dude, Power's Booth.
But that idea that look, I'm calling no, I'm not interested in vengeance, right? This, we're essentially calling it even.
Yep.
And Curly doesn't trust that. Right. And he's like, you need to go down and make sure you do whatever. And that's the problem. You screwed around and showed the hell up. And he was like, all right, well, here we go then. Let's dance.
It's something about being an asshole. And then, in fact, you just killed his brother. Then you're fucking taunting him too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, he's just rubbing salt in the wound like a piece of shit, man.
I don't know if Rossi is still in the chat. Rossi, if you are, I think you had said, and I'm sure someone else might have said it too, but say when.
Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
All right, Lunger. You go to hell. I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
Oh my gosh. Val Kilmer was just so good.
What's laughing, Nick, is what Gord just said.
Yeah.
That's a stupid pumpkin.
No.
He's your wife.
I mean,
I hate him so much.
Yeah, who does it better, Judge Dredd or
I am the law.
I am the law.
The law.
No.
Yeah, I'm a Huckleberry.
But like in that scene earlier on, like, dude, Doc is ready to just fucking go. Like he's just, his trigger finger is just itching.
Yeah, he's already got the gun drawn behind him. He's like, and he's showing, the fingering the belly gun, Right, but he already has the one drawn, and he's like, "Go
Yeah.
ahead, let's do something."
Yeah.
Which is why Curly Bill grabs him, because he's like, "No, no, 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 no."
Yeah, like, and then obviously, we think that, and even Ringo, Johnny Ringo thinks it's Wyatt that's approaching.
Yep.
Just the
Walks out.
silhouette approaches, and then
Whips it out.
it's the line. He's like,
Oh yeah.
he just looks scared shitless. Like he's, what'd you say? What'd you say? Done about see the ghost, right?
Yeah.
I got it. Right
Wow,
now.
you look like someone just walked over your grave.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, Cindy, this is for you.
Didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Yeah. Oh, that hesitance.
Johnny Ringo. You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
How cool. He's so cool.
And there's something creepier the fact that he's on death's door, and it makes
Dude.
it's just so much to unpack. Doc is so disgusting and sickly and dying, and he's oh man, just the way he walks.
Yeah, and he's shivering. Right when you see him standing still, he's shivering.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even having problems like getting the cigarette to his mouth or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am gonna slosh right out of my chair.
That might be one of the quote of the night.
Yeah.
Jenna.
Somebody clip that.
Yeah. Can someone please clip that?
Yeah, the only thing is that Val Kilmer's southern accent is pretty painful to listen to throughout most of this film.
Yeah, I recently saw a clip about that. Like he was saying that it's like an old dialect that no one uses anymore. But it was like I think it was his accent or dialect coach had a friend that talked like that, and I guess either told him to do it this way or advised him to do it this way. But it was something along those lines. I know I'm kind of paraphrasing there, but I never heard that before up until it was probably like a couple weeks ago, ironically, but pretty cool though. Obviously, yeah, it's not the best Goodwin, I'll admit, but I think in certain cases he does. Maybe like when he speaks in shorter lengths, it has like a better effect. But
yeah, so most of the South has a drawl. Things kind of play out a bit, and he will at times, but like that's a sharper ending that's more reminiscent of like the North. Now you could argue that because he was educated and all that stuff, they may have tried it, but if he was educated in the South, hell no, because they were proud of that accent.
Yeah.
So this is interesting, Waylon. And I have a question because I wrote it down here. Do we think that this is the strongest masculine moment of the film? Not because of the kill itself, but because Doc was so willing to die for Wyatt.
Well, it's definitely set up and payoff because this is the payoff to an earlier scene. But and again, watch this with my kid. I'm like, you know what? It's so awesome because we have Ringo, this built up like younger version of Doc and more evil version, and this is Doc way fucking past his prime, right? And as good as Johnny Ringo is, dude, this is Doc at his worst. You couldn't handle Doc on his worst fucking day. Imagine Doc on his best day. Just how deadly Doc really was.
Yeah, but I think also that Doc, there's a reason that Doc is, at the end it was like, Daisy, Daisy at all.
Mhm.
I think he was hoping that Ringo would also get off a shot and kill him. Right, because again, Doc has this fatalism to him. He absolutely wants to kill Ringo, but he's hoping that Ringo is fast enough to actually kill him as well. Because what does he have to look forward to? A Lunger's death.
But I thought the whole premise that was, remember, because Doc gets to die in the bed. Because remember the whole premise, like they always die in their boots, and his reward is he gets to die in a fucking bed with his socks on. Right.
Yep.
I thought.
Well, he's barefoot in the bed, but
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that also means that his suffering goes on, right? I think that Doc, there's a reason that Doc has been acting the way he does. He's hoping to die, right? He's hoping to get killed in some ways, but you got to actually earn it, and that's why he's so he does the Daisy.
Well, okay. Yes, yeah, it's different because I always thought like the reward, his reward was because like it was the whole curse of like you always die in your fucking boots on the ground, and Doc got to die peacefully in his bed with his boots off, which is like that's like the one rarity, like that's the reward you get for a lifetime of violence, and you know.
It's kind of interesting to compare Doc Holliday to Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to fly in on the Eagle to get ahead of Wyatt somehow because.
So that's what happened. The Eagles came and helped Doc get ahead.
Yeah, because otherwise we have some problems with timeline and travel.
Yeah, I mean this little ring around the rosy they do here. I mean, I love it because it's obviously building up this tension. And again, like you do have these two alpha characters trying to see who's the best, right? It's like, you know, this dick measuring contest to see what's going on. But in terms of what Goodwin just mentioned, here we go.
Dude.
Come on.
Oh, he did it with such a flourish.
Oh, Johnny. Come on.
Good. There had to be some kind of camera speed up to that, right?
I mean, the quick draw is not I mean, it's the thing that most people do. There's actual competitions.
Yeah.
That's also where you generally see fanning when shooting.
The way Val put it back in though, that like holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's you practice, you get good at that kind of thing. But also having seen the speed of Johnny Ringo in the past, they're definitely making him slow down so that he has time to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Gord. Yeah. I mean,
my God.
I watched that a bunch of times when I was editing it and like clipping it down, and I'm like, he's actually like this. I don't think it's sped up at all. I think he like legitimately.
No, the holstering and all that. Yeah, that's it feels like real time. But
yeah,
Johnny Ringo, the Michael Biehn is slowing down to be able to allow him to get the shot off without him clearing the gun and all that.
Okay. Yes, I always love that the whole like two warriors fighting at you, and just like I said, it's Doc. This is
well, you also don't see him actually draw it, right? It's just the shot, so they probably brought in a quick draw.
Okay,
it's the smirk here too. Like, I think in this moment he knows that he's got him beat already. I mean, I think he had that cockiness. That I mean, I don't want to say cockiness. He had that confidence that he knows he's gonna win no matter what. Yeah. But he hopes that if he gets the first kill and then he gets killed in the process, right? Like
I don't know if it's the most masculine scene in the movie, but I think it's the best payoff in the whole movie. Like the setup for everything that happens, and then when it finally gets to this, it was just it was great when he walks out of the shadows, and then it was perfect payoff for me with this movie, anyways.
Yep. Yeah, this is always. I mean, we definitely wanted to see Johnny Ringo go up against Doc, right? And we'd had it teased several times, so here we go.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, I agree, Slyfax. It's this payoff, right? And I don't know if, like, I mean, you can see that he did draw his gun, but it's like pointed off to the side at this point. Like, it's not even. I mean, in this scene here, it doesn't even look like it's actually aimed at Doc. Like, so he couldn't even quick draw enough to even point it and get that reaction of, oh, I'm shot, but maybe I'll try and pull the trigger at the same time. He can't even get that off.
He does shoot his gun while he's walking. Like he pulls the trigger, he's shooting off into the wrong direction.
It's definitely watching
and he probably hit at what he thought he was aiming at, but unfortunately his brain is going, there's a purple lion over there. Go ahead and shoot it. Because we're busy shutting down here.
Canoli. What's up, buddy?
Bud? How you doing?
Enjoying his vacation.
Dude, enjoy that vacation, man.
Yeah. It's definitely as good when said watching it again. You never, the way they cut the camera, you never see Val pull it out. It's like they show like
he fires right here.
His torso. You don't see Val do it. It's just
Daisy, dude. It's such what a fucking masculine moment. He's just like he's taunting him as he just shot him in the head, like the entire way down. Like I don't know if it's just like I would say like another analogy. Like it's like imagine you're playing a sport and it's like I just scored like 10 goals on you. Like you can't stop me, goalie. Like you get pulled. Like you get pulled the goalie, right? Like just something like that. I mean, man.
Well, I think it's like I'm a boxer. I'm done. Right. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I picked the number one contender who everybody's talked about. You know, he's great and all this stuff. And I'm hoping that he'll actually knock me the hell out because I don't want to do this anymore. But you don't have the skill, and I end up knocking you out. And it's like, what the hell? I mean, you know, Daisy at all. I was hoping you would be my equal.
You're not,
and that you would do it, but you weren't.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost disappointment. Right. He's like, you're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all.
Yeah, and it's here that Wyatt has finally caught up to him, and this astonishment that he's somehow walking after the last time we saw him, he was bedridden. But that, Wyatt realizes like this is it. What's that?
No, he's like, I may have over exaggerated my sickness.
Yeah, it's right. I may have
then he gets the badge. My hypocrisy only goes so far.
Yeah.
So you're saying earlier, Nick, some people though, but there are like in good ones, shooting competitions, some people are just that fucking good. I mean, there's people that
dude.
Yeah.
Like people I've watched a couple of competitions. It's wild how fast people can actually like draw a revolver specifically, right? Like forget like a normal handgun like a Glock or whatever. Like, but the fact that you're
who does like 12 shots with a revolver in like 6 seconds, like he does a reload in between.
Yeah.
Like he just drops them all in and just keeps going. It was crazy.
And they talk about the infamous Falconer himself, the whole fucking heat reload and shit, man.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Last scene I want to talk about real quick and we'll wrap it up. Is obviously the final scene of Wyatt visiting Doc on his deathbed. Obviously, like this is probably one of like the biggest heartbreaks. I think to me, like this hit me more than Morgan dying. Even though like obviously that is a big moment too because it's his younger brother. And the delivery that Bill Paxton gives, but I mean, there's just nothing that I think can really beat this moment with like the brotherhood. And like the friendship that they share, and much like Waylon has said, like how no one like they didn't really like Doc, right? Except for Wyatt. Wyatt is the only one who liked Doc, right? So the fact that he's here obviously means the most to Doc, and I think out of anyone, this might have been the only person that would have showed up. But at the same time, like I don't think anyone else would have showed up. Maybe Virgil or Morgan for movie sake, but like, what do you guys think about this scene? Like, how did it exemplify masculinity to you guys?
I'd say early with the good ones. I just found it's like this is why Doc's reward, but it's also masculine because he got all the shit they've been through. This is him saying goodbye, and he's saying goodbye to his best friend and some way his brother.
Isaac.
Yeah, he's saying goodbye to his brother, and like
Enzo.
no matter what, the loyalty between these two, man. Wyatt was there to say goodbye to Doc, and Doc got his payoff, man. He got to have his boots off as he passed away.
But his hypocrisy really did have no bounds because he was just speaking with the priest about the Roman Catholic tradition or whatever. But no, I think the big thing is that Wyatt's by his side. Clearly in the movie he brings him here and is spending time with him and brings the book. My friend Doc Holliday. And then we're going to play some cards. I'm the only one you're the only one I can afford to lose to.
Yeah.
And, but when Doc is like, go, do the thing, go live your life, go do you and get the hell out of here. Right. Leave me the hell alone. Because he doesn't want to be that burden. Right. He doesn't want to be the stone, but he also, he wants to die, without Wyatt. Because I don't think he wants to see Wyatt. I think he wants to have Wyatt see another friend die, right? And,
also, you don't want to see me at my very, very worst. Like, he's not completely dead yet, so it's like at least kind of remember me for this last interaction. Yeah. You don't want to see the very end.
Yeah. And again, it's the respect between friends where he's like, okay. And, gets up and leaves him, because that's what he wanted. Right. It wasn't, well, selfishly, I want to spend more time with you and all that. That's part of the manly thing is, do what's best for others. And it's what Wyatt does. I think they both do.
Yeah. I definitely think this scene, that shows the strength. It's not about the one who stays, but about the one who leaves and who lets go. And that's a lot harder to do because you're also respecting his wishes.
Yep.
And it has a lot of grace and resolve behind it, which I think is, one of the biggest parts about it. I mean, it's obviously like man to man respect, right? Allowing him to die on his terms, whereas if he's being selfish, that's like it's obviously disrespectful. But because of the brotherly love that they have for one another, everything they've been through, it's like this last, protective gesture that Wyatt can provide and give to his best friend.
The last act of friendship that he could do, right?
Yeah.
It's like after Doc right there, he's calm. It's like, you're most valuable, stubborn and mule-headed, but the way he just looks at Wyatt, he goes, you're the only human being to ever give me hope. Like that hits hard.
Rossi, I got you, brother.
Oh yeah.
We'll
have a shoebox that we bury you in. It'll be great. Short king.
But a nice headstone,
roses.
Nice headstone that just reads, had many acquaintances, for respect.
Yep.
Gooch.
Das Gooch.
Gooch.
What's up, my man?
Yeah.
God. Smells like Gooch.
Yeah, it's honestly awesome to kind of see the scene play out. It obviously it's sad. It's like the sadness I think is palpable. I mean, because even as I'm watching it, I'm like, man, it's like this sucks because it's like I haven't had to be in this position. I mean, I've had family members pass away, which I've kind of had to do something similar. But it's the quiet goodbye that has the biggest sting at the end when you just see him take his last breaths. Alone, right? Like you see the two women. That are praying over another person, I think two beds over or one bed over.
Yeah.
That's dying as well. And meanwhile, we just see Doc Holliday die right before us.
Yep. Say goodbye to me.
Yeah. But I think again, the idea that go live for both of us, right? That Doc's kind of passed on his life. He's good. You go to you, right? I know I can't.
Waylon, this is the Tombstone Hollywood version. I want the happy ending.
Yeah, I mean, it is sad that he died alone. But again, I think
technically it is a happy ending because he's no longer suffering. Because I know, wasn't that a terrible disease?
Oh, tuberculosis is terrible.
Yeah.
That's why when he's first when he sees the doctor when he's still with Big Nose Kate, they said, it's like 60% of your lung tissue is gone.
Yeah,
and all it does is just destroy your lungs.
Also on Valmag, he's crying as he's like, "Why just leave, please?" And he begs him to leave as he's crying. Man,
Yep.
Yeah, it cuts deep.
Yeah, that was like I said that resolve to see your best friend dying right before you, and then obviously having to do it, to walk away. I can't imagine having to do that to my best friend. And it sucks. And again, just great acting, great delivery from both, Val and I think that scene hits even harder because Val Kilmer actually passed away recently. So if you think about that in retrospect, it's man, that sucks because
all Stu's like this. He looks down and says, "To my friend Doc Holliday." He just goes.
We need to get this movie back in theaters for re-release.
Didn't Val Kilmer die of something to do with throat cancer or something too?
Died of pneumonia, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was something.
Pneumonia was a catalyst, I think, to something that happened.
Yeah, I think it was already suffering from other things, but the pneumonia is what finally got him.
His last scene, he looks down, he sees his feet. He does Quentin Tarantino. I'll be damned.
16 years.
Takes a shot off him. No.
That's
Oh
rough.
wow.
I mean, there's a reason they called it consumption. That it slowly ate you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that about wraps it up. I know we usually give ratings of how we like the movie and whatnot, but I want to do something a little different, and let's give a little bit of a masculinity rating. This being episode 1 of Masculine Mondays, I know the scale we'll have to kind of maybe iron out some kinks along the way, but from a 1 being obviously low T, no masculinity.
Pedro Pascal.
So Pedro Pascal would be a 1,
Yeah.
right?
Sam
Arnold.
Elliott's mustache.
God damn it.
10 to,
Yeah, like
Pedro Pascal.
Calm down, Gil.
The scale is Pedro Pascal to Prime Arnold, like something like that.
yeah, like Prime Arnold is like peak masculinity, right? So like that's a 10. Where would we put our beloved characters here of Tombstone and Tombstone encapsulated here as a glorious Western? What would we give this at a 10? Blue, why don't you go first?
I mean, in terms of masculinity, come on, guys. Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, fucking Kurt Russell. It's peak. It's 10 out of 10 in terms of masculinity. There is like come on, the scene with friggin' Kurt Russell smacking Billy Bob. That tells you everything you need to know about this film. And yeah, and everybody too. At the end, we get to see Val Kilmer dying, looking at his feet, and that's masculinity. This film is, there's nothing more to say.
Before I get to Houston, this comment by Rossi,
yeah.
Wait, what did it say?
Leon is a
well,
0.
I mean, come on, we know that.
Oh no, I thought something about that, or like there was another one before that.
Oh no, Gord said 8 rippling biceps who provide for the film out of 10.
Okay.
He's a pumpkin. He doesn't know.
Leon is a cereal. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Cindy, what would you? What's your masculinity rating?
Oh, dude, definitely a 10 out of 10. I have to agree with Rossi. This has to be my favorite Western ever. And I've seen a few. Like my parents are real into them. So it's like, whenever somebody mentions a Western, this is always the first one that pops into mind.
Syfax, thoughts?
I'm going to have to follow up with the panel on that one and say 10 out of 10, man. Says like everything that you would want out of it, plus anything you would want out of a Western. You got like a bunch of actors in their prime doing amazing, you got your one-liners, you got amazing scenes, you got everything in this, man. Anything you would want if you want to show somebody something masculine,
Yeah.
So I'm going 10 out of 10.
Sai's got a tail on his face like this.
Yeah, my cat's like, what about me? Every time.
The pussycat's tail. What about me?
It's too cute.
Yeah, Gemma, I'm sorry, brother. If you want to give it a rewatch, by all means. But yeah, YouTube slacks sometimes. Like
you see Jacob. 9 out of 10 huckleberries eaten by Arnold.
9 out of 10 huckleberries eaten by Arnold. Yeah. Yeah. I think my dad. I was probably a young kid when I first got into the John Wayne movies because of my dad. So, I think if you're being a good father, you get your kids into your sons, especially into Westerns, right?
That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
again, they're the modern morality tales.
Adam, we gotta get you on here sometime. Give me a message, bro.
Spooky Ghost. I love Adam.
Get you and Babs on here.
Adam Drunk is peak cinema.
Good one. Last but not least.
Yeah, I think the thing you have to look at is like the spectrum of masculinity that's demonstrated in the movie. I mean, you have aspects of different both masculine virtues and vices, and that's one of the great things about this movie is again it's very archetypical and almost stereotypical in ways, right? But that's the reason we have those is to make the morality tale more pronounced. Wyatt is flawed. He's the protagonist, but he's not, I would say he's not the most masculine of the characters. I mean, Virgil is definitely the, apex. that you look at, because he really embodies kind of the things you aspire to.
Yeah.
Everybody else is flawed in their own way. But even with those flaws, Doc being the most flawed, but still redeemable, because of Wyatt and his aspiration to, again, when he says, you're the only one that gave me hope, right?
Mm.
Because Wyatt was the kind of person that Doc was attracted to and tried to better himself with that. I think it's probably, again, not one of my favorite Westerns. It's very 90s Hollywood version of Western.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're just purely looking at the masculinity throughout the movie, I mean, this is a good solid 9.
Yeah. As far as my rating goes, it's hard to give it a lower score. I'd probably go like at least like a solid 9, a solid 9 out of 10. Doc Holliday cigarettes as he taunts.
9 bullets in a 6-shooter.
9 bullets in a 6-shooter as he's about to taunt Johnny Ringo.
Nick, into the pen, we talk masculinity, guys like Arnold. It's funny when we talk about build and masculinity, intimidation. The way Kurt Russell handles himself in his film Wyatt, I would be more, especially when he's slapping Billy Bob, I would be more terrified of Wyatt in this film than Arnold, just based on his attitude carries his physicality.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the scary man is not the guy with the most muscles.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people always think it's like people think that the when you walk into a prison yard, the guys the size of the rock are the scariest. No, guys like Kurt Russell who have an average build, but the way he carries himself, that's for me way more terrifying than some big muscle bound jock.
Now, Arnold in original Terminator, that's peak. Yeah, that's
true.
He would just look at Kurt Russell and say, "Your clothes, give them to me.
I'm gonna need your mustache. You're done.
Yeah.
Your hat.
Except for that one
I
time.
can't give this. I can take it off."
Arnold was superhuman.
Yeah, I'll just punch it off of you. Oh, look, it's Bill Paxton. I'll kill him. I killed him in the original Terminator too.
Oh, damn. Poor Bill. R.I.P.
Fucking legend.
Yeah, he died way too early as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It's sad we got
Them
2 people in this
what a
movie that died.
filmography, Mel. Oh my god.
What's that?
No, I said Bill Paxton. Like what a filmography.
I mean, he's killed by all the greats.
Rick, man, anything we can do here? Go to bed late at night with some high tea.
Yeah.
Or if you watch it in the morning, like Jamma will, because YouTube sucks.
Yeah, it's actually it's equivalent to a morning erection.
Right. Yeah. So if you don't happen to catch this at night, like the rest of us are, and you watch it the next day.
Listen, Boosh, not even determined.
Think of it as morning wood.
As I say, morning wood. Pre-workout if you go to the gym in the morning, like myself.
Yep.
Like while you're drinking.
Yeah, you can skip the
coffee,
supplements. Just this.
Or pair it with some black coffee, as Wyatt Earp would.
Boosh,
Yeah.
we have to
Be
calm down.
manly.
Not even peak Terminator is fucking with Sam Elliott's mustache.
Exactly, and I think that's also why I wanted to start with this film Cord, because there are a lot of other better Western films out there that we're no doubt going to cover over the period of time.
Yeah.
I'll keep this going until I die. Hopefully, I keep living.
Damn, man, it got dark. Fuck.
Look, he's doing all right with the tuberculosis right now. You can say
I don't have TB.
Nick isn't quite a lunger yet.
I'm not a lunger yet.
It's the sunburn that's going to get him.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna die for some over vitamin D exposure.
Yeah.
You getting too much vitamin D?
Like
Do
skin
tell.
cancer? Come on.
No, not that vitamin D.
That's what I provide, Cindy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to cover it for episode 1 of Masculine Mondays. Awesome show. I cannot thank everyone who turned out at some point in time, whether you watched on YouTube, on X. I had it linked to Rumble. I have no idea if it went to Rumble. I just didn't check. Maybe I'll go back and check to see if it did. But if you did, awesome. Thank you to everyone on my panel. It means the woiled to me, as our zero masculinity friend would say. But next
Sammy?
week,
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Would Sammy fall asleep again?
No, I'm here.
No, Sammy. Where'd he
Oh,
go?
where did Sammy go? I was like, wait,
I
we had
think
another
Sammy-
panelist.
He went to a sanatorium in Glenwood, Colorado, I believe. Yeah. Oh.
He turned his monitor off, or like his camera off, and then we lost him.
He's like this.
We turned his mic, I turned his camera off, so I don't know if
Sammy, you know I love you. Come on.
maybe we need to give Sammy a nice little slap to wake up.
Mister, I'm getting awful tired of your... I'm getting tired of your gas. Now jerk that pistol and go to work. I said throw down, boy.
I'm gonna make that clip of like Nick slapping Sammy.
Yeah, that's when Sammy just disconnected. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought.
God.
So next week we're going to be talking about Goldfinger.
Ooh,
Some James Bond action here.
Pretty Austin Powers film.
Oh yeah, gold
member.
Gold member. Gold.
Eating his own skin. She's like, oh.
I think I only did like what, twice?
Yeah.
Not enough. That's like a 10 time type of scene to play.
Yeah, he's talking about once you get off screen. You know, that's how you're gonna finish the night.
No, 100%. That's how I'm gonna get some good rest tonight.
Yep.
Was with that scene. So,
Gold.
but yeah, honestly, I hope everyone who comes out next week, I'll be there. Gemma, that's right. You will be there because YouTube will give you the right fucking notification if they don't.
This is why I hate Gord King. I truly do.
He's hilarious.
Yeah,
Gord's gonna be on
Gord
here.
Finger.
Gord Finger's so good.
Gord Finger.
Gord, can you somehow change your avatar so it's a finger with the pumpkin head on top of it?
I will
Oh my
AI
gosh.
I will AI that for Jesus Christ.
I need him to be a thumb, though.
Oh
4 times not enough though, Boosh, am I right?
no, not new.
Oh,
I actually want a modified version of the Goldfinger theme song, but with Gordfinger.
Rossi, we know, right? It's exactly why I wanted to start off with it in Wayland also because GoldenEye is peak, but I do love, this is probably definitely my favorite Sean Connery Bond film. But yeah, I think
Rossi always admitting that he works in a retirement community there.
Old pussy galore.
Mm-hmm.
Really hate that pumpkin. Cool. Okay, we'll do the rounds and we'll sign off. Blue, what you got going on this week?
Last of Us. I'll get on to it eventually. It's episode 3. I'm so
Been rough.
Well, Nadia. So Nadia's gonna have me and Leon tomorrow talking about Until Dawn, a movie based on a video game that was
A movie.
It did get released in theaters.
I was telling Leon
It
this
did.
he's like, Chris, how'd you like the film? I was like, it was a movie.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's take movie game and make it movie. We already had movie.
Yeah, next I'll be on Nadia's, and yeah, I'm so and Nadia's also suffering, make me suffer in Last of Us season 2, and oh great, Belle Ramsey's going to be carrying the show now that
I'll see you here next week, Molly.
Joel's dead. Huh?
No, she was talking about Blue Collar.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I mean, blue collar fits him. I mean, look at this guy.
He's a hot piece
Oh,
of
yeah.
ass.
Look at this. It's all gone.
Did you say mess or ass?
Ass.
Both.
Oh.
Ass.
He is a hot piece of ass.
Anyway, I'm hanging out with Nadia like 4 times this week. It's weird.
Oh, wow.
Nadia's like
The image is in the extra.
Yes, Fish did give, clip it. Just for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cindy, my dearest, what do you got going on this week?
I have, let's see. I have What's Good Wednesday. I have my own stream as well before that. And I have Circle of Jerks on Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, circle of jerks.
Yeah, we're all going to be jerks. Come on, jerk it with me.
In a circle.
Clip
Jerk
that.
it just like Wyatt said. Slifax, what you got going on this week, man?
Well, tomorrow night and Thursday night, I'm going to be taking over the Derek Anderson's like nightcaps because he's still in Japan right now. So it gives me time to, get or still talk to that audience. Thursday, earlier in the afternoon, I'm going to go see Thunderbolts, probably a movie with not a lot of masculinity in it, which then I'll do a review on that. And then Saturday, I'm actually going to have my birthday stream. I'm not sure what time yet, but I will be grabbing a bottle of probably some type of whiskey, taking shots, and just shooting the shit with the crowd.
Let us know, man.
Oh, that
Nice,
sounds
man.
awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, Thunderbolts will deliver that 27 minutes of therapy that we were all dying to have in this
I
movie.
might be still hungover from after watching Thunderbolts.
Those women are awfully masculine.
Thunderbolts has a Russell in it.
And the men aren't.
Yes, it's wild.
I'd say for
Subvert
Wyatt is probably the
expectation.
most. But yeah, I mean,
he's.
I'll be seeing it Thursday night as well.
I would just because of
movie. I'll probably hopefully I'll have a video review on that Friday. But good one. What you got going on this week?
Oh, I got so tomorrow on Jacob Ironsides, I get to do Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my God!
Yes,
yes. Guys,
I just rewatched that.
Some films I could listen to 1,000 streams on the same film. That film just never gets old.
That is the antithesis of Kurt Russell, but still being Kurt Russell, right? That he's all bravado. He's actually pretty shit at everything he does, but he believes it, and so does everybody else. And so, okay, here we go.
He's a side character in his own movie.
It is. He is so full of shit that he actually convinces everybody else and himself that he can do things, even though he never demonstrates it.
We did a watch party with the Hold My DualShock on Saturday for that movie, and Katie never saw that movie, so it was hilarious to watch somebody who hasn't seen it. The ridiculousness.
I'm sorry, I was reading chat and totally zoned out. What movie?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, okay,
also with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty much it until let's see. No, I don't have anything else. Maybe Friday, Evil Dead with Niat on Film Comics.
Oh my God!
Ooh,
true.
That's right. Yeah, he's
the original.
The original. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yep.
Made for like $8.
I will. See, we're not doing Righteous Gemstones review this Wednesday on the Doolies. We're going to do the last two episodes the following Wednesday, along with Slifax. But I'm just going to be working on some stuff for the stream, of course. I will be on Nadia's stream Friday night to talk about the season 2 finale of Stranger Things.
Working on something.
There you go, Blue.
Stranger Things,
yeah. The finale. It's actually, and Nick, that's a 1 hour episode, so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to talk about.
Are you skipping season 3?
No, she wants to.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing with season 3, to be honest. I don't know if we're gonna do like a whole recap or just trying to slog along through it.
Like, it was shit. Let's move on to season 4. So.
Plenty of alcohol.
There were like some okay parts, but like we could probably just talk about that in one stream and then that's it.
Story.
But yeah.
Cindy knows.
Yes.
Turn around.
That's what you see.
Oh God! I'm a luck dragon.
That's why I love that season.
Well, I am the Dragon of Fortune.
That's the only good part of that whole season.
So my writing, never mind. I won't say that on stream. Just kidding. Atreyu. There's the Family Guy scene. The mimic where he's riding. Oh my God! What the hell's the dog's name? Falcor, yeah. Atreyu's riding Falcor, or it's Peter Griffin riding Falcor, but he keeps going like, Peter, you're so heavy. I'm going down. He's like, yeah.
I love Family Guy.
The sad thing is that the Neverending Story has some pretty damn sad moments in it.
Oh, good one. Yeah, remember.
You lose the horse in the swamp, but then the rock biter.
The
rock biter is the saddest fucking one.
The horse gave me nightmares as a kid. I was like 6 years old when that came out.
Oh, the rock biter. That's the one that gets me.
But remember, you guys remember the fucking wolf because it was all practical? That wolf was terrifying, man. Like for kids. Like,
You
Yeah,
know,
it was.
we could talk about it, about Ghostbusters 2016, but
The masculine people didn't see it.
No.
That's the masculinity in that.
it'd be the shortest stream ever known to man.
Yeah,
That could be the scariest film of my lifetime. But
Yeah, we could do it right now. Don't watch it.
yeah. Yeah. Want to be masculine?
Boom, there you
Don't
go.
watch it.
You got 2 streams, 2 movies in one stream, y'all. Look at that.
Yep.
You probably have more masculinity in what women want, as someone also put in the chat.
Leon might actually have more masculinity than Ghostbusters 2016, and he's a 0 on the scale allegedly.
It's a near thing.
It's negative masculinity somehow.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that spectrum.
Leon's masculinity is like in purgatory. Like it's so far down there.
Yeah, but Ghostbusters 2016 is straight up hell.
It's all right. We're gonna look. This is 2025. We're gonna boost Leon's masculinity up. It'll happen.
just don't throw him in water.
Like just
0.5 before this year is out.
Leon's like a mogwai.
Emperor, good one. It'll be like Kafka and
Yeah, exactly. He'll get we'll get him
number
to unlock the testosterone suit. He'll be able to get a 0.5.
Like Nick said, Kafka.
I will say Leon was pretty funny on the party bus though. That guy didn't give a fuck. It was hilarious.
Yeah, he also was very white. He didn't have any sense of what the beat was. When I saw him dancing, I was like,
No, not at all.
no.
Everyone knows.
well, that's why you had That's why you had Kata on the bus.
Kata was sitting the hell down and looking at him going, this man is a fool.
Kate and Atreus were like they were fucked up, man. they were so drunk. And
You guys know, do not feed Leon after midnight.
But Leon doesn't multiply.
Thank God.
He's got a kid.
That is true. He does.
Yeah, and Leroy thanks him for raising that kid.
I was gonna say, what if Leon had a boy?
Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
Maybe
Yeah, somebody
he's-
have to call Child Protective
I'm
Services.
not, Nick, I'm not drunk enough for that. That's that scenario.
Yeah, that's some dark shit. Well, this got darker to her is.
We'll question that when Leon is on the panel in the future. Dude, when I was at the beach and I sent the video to the chat, I was like, man, I feel so bad for him. I would legitimately protect him. I would come out to his rescue like Doc Holliday. Like, it's all right. You don't need to go in these waves, Leon. I will. Don't worry about it.
The hell with that. Okay, like get your ass out there.
Just throw him on the boogie board. Here you go.
You need to man up. Stop that.
Yeah. Nick's like, I'll get wet for you. And Nick takes off his shirt slowly.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're bow, chicka, bow, wow. And,
It's
Why
like
is Nick-
old school.
Why is Nick doing it in slow motion for? It's weird.
yeah.
Everything's happening in real time, but he's moving in slow motion. Why?
Zack Snyder.
It's also Leon's favorite director. Just kidding, it's not, but
It is.
It was.
it was for a time.
Yeah.
Guys, we just see
The longest time ever. Just-
Zack Snyder's film on here. What's up, son?
Late to the fucking party, you know?
Syfax gets the inside joke.
yeah. Yeah, Katie I think they just did a 2-hour birthday stream. So.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Katie.
Happy sweet birthday. Would you turn like 25, right? Black don't crack, I think.
Well, if she was 25 and black didn't crack, she'd look like she's 10.
I mean,
I'm just going to let that sit.
can't
I ain't
say
saying a
anything at that
damn
point.
thing about
Hey,
all this.
Andy, how's it
Damn,
going, my
hell
man?
no.
67 years young. Well,
I ain't getting clipped on that shit for nothing.
mute.
Oh
67
no,
years
me
young.
and Sammy, we lost connection.
That's when we just put Sammy's vocal lines over it and said, "Roar."
I have a clip of Sammy. I'm not monetized.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, technically I'm not monetized yet, so but no, I won't.
You'll get there, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin my chances this early.
Yeah.
Not on episode number 1. Sorry.
You'll get there, man. I got faith.
Hopefully the dudes will be able to come on here, phrasing. At some point in time.
We can share media.
I know Katie is a big fan of GoldenEye, or James Bond, not just GoldenEye, but so we'll see. But yeah, anything else we want to plug? Phrasing.
Ooh.
Again, I'm not getting clipped.
Yeah.
Why not? Good when it's fun.
Plugging things are fun. Is fun.
Plugging things is, getting clipped is not.
Are you sharing? What are you sharing?
You gotta be careful.
We're not monetized.
Welcome back, Sammy.
No, it's just the audio.
It's just a clip.
Dream.
Oh, that's
We're not monetized.
Yes.
And now some Yee shorts.
Katie is very masculine.
His reaction was the best part of my night.
I saw that she's taller than Leon and Kata.
This is not an achievement.
That's not a high bar.
Yeah.
Guys, it was like 5'8", 5'9", something like that.
Guys, he's asleep. It's okay.
Yeah.
Shh, my sweet Sammy. Shh. Katie, wait, what? Katie is built like a hyena. Allegedly.
The time Sammy called me drunk, it was the best 2 hours of my life.
She's got like a really long body but really short legs.
Ooh.
She's like a midget.
She's like a bigot.
No, a midget.
Is that what a bigot shaped like?
A big midget. A midget.
A bigot.
Oh my God. The wolf's bad.
She's also a bigot. We know where she's from.
Yeah, female hyenas kind of have a penis.
Yes,
I'm
they
just
do.
saying.
Yep.
My mouth hurts him laughing and says something else.
That's like saying someone is taller than me. That's not an achievement. Most fifth graders
True.
are.
Fidget lives matter.
Yeah.
Fidget lives matter.
I hate my kid, Nick. He finally hit the point where he's 17 where he's actually bigger than me now. I'm like, fuck, man. It's like a year ago I could still kick his ass. Now it's just like, shit.
Yeah, what's up, Philip? I know it's at the end, but glad you could make it.
Yeah.
Check out replay.
Replays are there for a reason, my friend.
Goddamn right.
No, Waylon. Big clit is the conspiracy that tries to convince men that there's a clitoris.
Remember Jane Silent Bob? Will Ferrell was like, the clit is real. It's a female orgasm. That's the myth.
Yeah, exactly.
I miss when Kevin Smith would write shit like that. Come on, Kevin. Come on.
When he had a sense of humor.
Yes.
When he was fat.
Fuck, man.
Well, yeah, I'm not gay, but this guy, he loves the cock.
Was it Jane and Silent Bob? The first film was fucking hilarious. It really is.
Can a midget use a bidet? I mean, honestly, why not? It depends on the shape of the toilet, right?
I mean, we're talking about step stool or
maybe.
Yeah, Rick, I was the same thing. My kid just hit that point. He's like,
I mean, I appreciate. I saw that she wore a Wolverine shirt, so it's points in my book because I am a big Wolverine fan. But which Wolverine was a short king, you know?
Oh yes, he was.
Oh yeah, no, DualShock said it's early. Kevin Smith was like Dogma. Actually, this year is Dogma's 25th anniversary in 4K. Dogma's a good fucking movie, man.
It is, man.
It's just Kevin. I miss old Kevin.
He fell off a cliff.
Yeah, new Kevin Smith is
Aliens.
Terrible, absolutely terrible. So, well, as much as I would love to keep this masculine train going,
it's like a 15-minute goodbye, dude.
I love hanging out with everyone, man.
It's been fun.
It's been super fun. I really do appreciate it.
Nick. Yeah, we all.
This is Nick embracing his feminine side.
Yeah,
I gotta keep talking.
I gotta keep talking, guys.
I ended up with a 12-hour stream, man. I was just
talk about my feelings.
Talk about my feelings.
Yeah.
He's gonna do my nails.
Yeah.
Kata's gonna do my toes.
I have so many problems at work
You'll
that I
lick your
don't want you to
toes.
solve, but just listen to. I don't know what the hell you're talking to me.
Just listen to me rant. Don't do anything about it. Don't offer solutions. Just listen.
Yeah. No.
Wait, I did do that to you, Nick, when I was like trying to figure out a thumbnail. And I was like, no, I'm not really talking to you. I'm talking at you. Bear with me. And then I'm just like typing to you.
But you know what? As I said, that was totally fine because I was intoxicated and it worked fine.
Actually, you gave me good advice.
Yeah, see?
What kind of ass would drink?
Unlike Leon, I can think when I'm intoxicated.
What kind of ass would drinks on stream?
Leon struggles with that being sober, so.
I think Moxie is streaming right now. I don't have her link to raid into her, so
So y'all
think
just
you
go
have
to
to
Moxie.
be-
Just go to Moxie, and I don't know what you want to put in there, in her chat. I just want you to hear me out.
Masculinity has arrived.
Yeah.
There you go.
But listen, in all caps.
Yeah, it has
All
to be all caps.
All
Masculinity
caps.
arrived
Yeah.
with a solid 2 inches. We're here.
Yeah, all 2 inches, baby. Get ready.
All 2 inches.
Oh, yeah.
With the bicep, of course. You got the
Yeah,
bicep in.
yeah. You can flex while you're doing it.
Or tank tops, whatever one, whatever emoji. I'll let you have the freedom of choice for that.
Yeah.
That's just said, Nick. So many times I've talked good one about some of the best times are when, like, you go off script and have a good time. And I'm so glad we're off camera right now.
Thank you, Dax.
Yeah. I'm glad we ended the stream about 15 minutes ago. It was so great.
So that one time in prison.
Yeah.
I
got to tell you about my rash.
Just the 5 of us are hearing this right now.
I'm going to show you guys something
15 N-bombs
backstage.
to get out of my
Tell me if
system.
it's weird or not. Okay.
Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah. So I will play this one scene out for you, Boosh.
You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!